Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Tuesday, June 17, 2025. Hello again, everyone. I sure hope you're doing well. Yes, I did say June 17th. It doesn't look like June 17th outside. What the hell is going on in New York City? It is cold. It is rainy. Yes, Oban. I know it's probably nice out there in Baku. It ain't so nice out there. Look at this. You can't even see the Empire State. It's a mess of a situation. What's going on? We need our summer weather. We need our spring weather. It's technically not summer yet. I think it's going to get nicer. And of course, next week it will be very nice over in Las Vegas. We'll all be out there. It's going to be a very special week of programming. Monday, Helwani Show. Tuesday, Boys in the Back. Wednesday, Crack. Thursday, Helwani Show live from Vegas. Friday, Helwani Show live from Vegas. Saturday, Watch Party live from Vegas. Saturday night, Post Show live from Vegas. Monday, Helwani Post Pay-Per-View Show live from Vegas. Did you get all of that? Oh, by the way, Fanatics Fest on Friday at 3 o'clock at the Jacob Javits Center with special guest Ice Cube on the program. Are we killing it or are we killing it? It's a great time to be a part of what we're doing here at Uncrowned. Very, very happy. There it is. If you're at Fanatics Fest on Friday, they've got just an unbelievable lineup of people rolling through. None bigger, of course, than Mysterious Frank, who will be in attendance to work on the show. So everyone's very excited about that. Yep. 3 o'clock will be on the Cold as Balls stage. Yes, that's right. And we'll be talking to Ice Cube and maybe someone else as well. The biggest news, by the way, since we last spoke, happened last night. Not just the Thunder going up 3-2 in the best of 7 NBA Finals, hoping to close it out on Thursday. Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. No, the biggest news was our old friend Bill Goldberg showing up on Monday Night Raw. You know, he hinted when he was on the program a couple of months ago that he'd have one more match and that it might be against Gunther. Well, it did in fact happen. He showed up yesterday, Monday Night Raw, to face off against the man formerly known as Walter. And it's going down July 12th, Saturday night's main event in Atlanta. Atlanta has all of a sudden become the epicenter of all things combat. GC hype. You flying back home for that one too, GC?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be in
It's a big one. It's a
Straight
big one.
from Taylor Serrano 3 to
Oh my God, what a
Goldberg
weekend.
Gunther.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Atlanta.
Taylor Serrano 3 on the Friday. You got the U.S. Open fight card on Saturday as well, right? The one with Shakur Stevenson? I'm calling it the U.S. Open fight card. Saturday night's main event. There's a UFC that night as well. That's Teixeira against Derek Lewis.
Yeah, the Taliesin Teixeira. UFC Nashville.
UFC Nashville. That's a biggie. That's a biggie.
Huge.
Well, anyway, he came back. He said, "You're next," and it appears as though we are getting the farewell match for one William Bill Goldberg. Another stack show today, and you know on Tuesdays we like to play two. We've got the Ariel and Ade program. Ade's moonlighting these days as a presenter on the Club World Cup, but he will be gracing us with his presence at 5 o'clock. The fighter turned promoter, Dimitri Salita, will join us. He is the promoter of one Clarissa Shields, who will have her last fight, at least for now, under his banner in July. We'll talk about that situation, MVP, getting into women's boxing, and all things going on in the world of the sweet science, in addition to some news and notes. So please do join us at 5 o'clock. But on this here program, 5 guests once again. We had 5 yesterday. We got another 5 today here on the show. Back into the show, we'll be joined by Thug Rose Namajunas. She had a big win this past Saturday over Miranda Maverick, former training partner, potential future training partner as well. So we'll be joined by her at 3 o'clock. Always great talking to Thug Rose, the now former UFC women's bantamweight champion, the Venezuelan vixen, Julianna Peña, will join us at 2:30. Her first chat since the loss to Kayla Harrison. Looking forward to having her on. At 2 o'clock, we'll be joined by Andrei Arlovski. Andrei Arlovski is going to be making his BKFC debut this weekend. That's bare knuckle fighting. He did make his DBX, that's dirty boxing, debut couple months ago. Now he's crossing over into the world of bare knuckle, and he's going up against a former UFC fighter in Josh Copeland. So stay tuned for that. That'll be at 2 o'clock. At 1:30, JunYong Park, a.k.a. the Iron Turtle. Yes, perhaps the most requested guest in the history of this show. We have tweets dating back a couple years of people demanding for the Iron Turtle to come on the program. Well, at 1:30, he'll be joining us. He returns to action on Saturday in Baku, Azerbaijan, and he'll make his long-awaited debut on this program at 1:30. But first things first, let us start with another big winner from this past Saturday. What a finish for Phil Rowe. A much-needed win, but another scintillating stoppage. This time it came in the third round with a little less than a minute to go against Ange Loosa. A tremendous win for one of the more entertaining fighters in the UFC. The great Philly Fresh, they call him. Phil Rowe is going to join us top of the show. Let's kick things off with him and say hello to him on this here program. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Yo, what's the word, Ariel?
What's happening?
How you doing, brother?
Yo, I like your style, your energy, your sense of humor. You're a very entertaining guy. Congratulations on the win. Like I said, a scintillating win. How are you feeling afterwards? I see a couple of stitches up there, little black eye. How are you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel good. I'm grateful. That's the word. I'm grateful. So I've been here for a while, man. And now I learned that in the UFC, it's never too high, never too low. You just got to enjoy it while you're here, and keep it moving. But I just feel grateful.
Well, I appreciate that, and that is a great sentiment. That was not an easy night at the office, right? I mean, according to the judges, you were down 2-0 heading into the third, and then, of course, you get the stoppage. So a great comeback win for you. What were you thinking heading into that third round? What was on your mind?
I'm like, I'm not letting this guy take my dream from me. There's no chance. He was tough. He was heavy. He was durable. But I just had my mind made up. My biggest problem in there, I'm always battling myself. I had the skill set to beat any of these guys. I got the power to put away anybody. I got the jitsu to grapple with anybody. Everybody that trains me knows. But for me, it's like I'm always battling with myself in there. And it's hard to do what you do in the gym, obviously in the lights. So I was in a position where I've lost 2 in a row. I was out for a year, not by choice. I was in this weird purgatory with the UFC where I wasn't getting booked for whatever reason. I signed a 5-fight deal when I fought Neil Magny. And that was the first fight on my contract. And I lost a split decision to him at home. And then I dropped a fight to Jake Matthews. And after that fight, I saw one of the matchmakers. I said, hey, man, I need to be active, man. Please, you guys are coming to Jacksonville next month on my birthday. I said, I would love to fight. I didn't hear anything for about 7 months. I ended up flying out to an event, speaking to Sean. I saw him. I said, hey, Sean, man, I don't know the disconnect, but I love being here. I said, I need to fight. I need to be active, man. I'm not at the bottom of the food chain anymore. Essentially, like when you first get in the UFC from the contender. So the guys that I'm fighting now are different caliber guys. So I can't pop out once a year and try to, fight these higher level guys. I need to be active. Conversation went well. I still didn't hear anything back. Had a couple very short notice opportunities. When I say short notice, I mean days.
Wow.
So I wasn't getting booked. I don't know why. I'm not mad at anybody. Business is business. I don't know why. What was the situation that I was in? I got presented this opportunity April 24th. Abraham Cowa messaged me, my manager. He says, Ange Loosa, May 17th. I said, send the contract. I heard nothing back, right? For 2 weeks. So now this is fight week. So I'm like, okay, am I fighting? Am I not? Clearly, I'm not fighting. Then a week after the 24th or May 17th, I got his name again for Atlanta, and then the fight happened. So, like I said, I don't really know the logistics behind the scenes. I'm biased for me. You know, I think I'm marketable. I think I'm a fighter that's easy to push, but uh, I don't know, you know. So I knew what I was up against, and I knew I had to go out there and get a big finish, man. And I'm just grateful that I did.
I appreciate all that intel, and there's a lot I want to ask you about that. But is it fair to say you felt like you were fighting for your spot in that third round? If you didn't
Yes,
win,
man. I'm not shying away from it. I told my coach, I said, "Look, I'm not losing. You know, I lose again, we're gone. You know," and I realized that I just from the lay of the land for the past year, you know what happened. Um, I don't want to be down 3 fights. You know, before that, I was on a 3 fight knockout streak. This is so quickly how it can change, and I just had my mind made up in the second round. I remember sitting on the stool and Julian's talking to me, and it was like almost like a movie. Like, cause in my head it was just like, like it was so muffled because I didn't care what he was saying. I knew when I got up, I was gonna hurt him. And as corny and cliche as that sounds, I didn't care what happened to me. I said, I'm stopping this guy. And he's like, I'm like, I don't care. Once I get up, I'm going forward and he's getting out of here. And this ain't no easy motherfucker to stop, Ariel.
yeah.
This guy's from the Congo, bro. He's from the epicenter of blackness, dog. You know, like bro, that guy's neck, he was strong. And then you got to think like he's fought some tough guys, man. Nobody's ever put him out. He's fought Bonfim, he's fought JDM. He's never been put out. So you talking, I'm in down 2 rounds, essentially got to knock a guy out that's never been put out for my job. But we got him out of here, man. We got him out of here.
Yeah, and not only did you get him out of there, it was like highlight reel stuff. That move that you did where you're essentially like posting him up, you're face palming him and then beating him up. You see a photo right there. Is that something you work on, or is that just you in the moment saying like, nah, man, you ain't moving and I'm about to knock
Yeah,
you out?
I learned that. I learned that in East Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. That's where I learned that. You know what I'm saying? Just had to make sure he ain't going nowhere and feed him these right hands, man. But I was just squabbling with him, man. Ain't no jitsu, ain't no box. We just fighting, and I had my mind made up that I got to get this guy out of here. So everything went out the window. My second nature took over, and I was just fighting that guy. That's it.
How good did that feel?
It felt good, man. It felt good. It was a relief. But more than anything, like I said, man, I I don't let it. I'm grateful. I don't let it get to my head too much. I just want to get back in there, get back to work, and keep the wins rolling. You know, I got 100% finish rate. Every fight I've ever been in, any sanctioned bout I've ever been in, people don't realize like I have finished. If I won, I finish. Amateur or pro. If I've been in a fight and I win, that guy's been knocked out or submitted 100% of the time.
So the thing is, like you were just telling me about the timeline there. The Jake Matthews fight was in June of 2024. And we constantly hear, like, we got to give the guys 3 fights, 3 fights. Do you think that they were counting those short notice fights as the fights? Because I don't understand why it took a year for you to get another fight, unless you were injured or something like that. But it doesn't sound like you were.
Ariel, look, man, you know this game well. I know this game. I can just control what I can, man. So when I hear guys like Kevin Holland talk, he'll be like, "Man, these motherfuckers don't want to fight," and like they fight once. Like I don't dictate if I fight. You know how this game goes, Aaron.
Yeah.
You know. Without saying too much,
I got you.
You know, like I cannot just show up at an event and decide to fight someone.
Right, of course.
You like I don't want to fight once a year. Fighting is scary, right? Anyway, we got to deal with the anxiety of fighting anyway. But imagine not knowing when you're gonna fight or not knowing the next opportunity. And I train every day, twice a day. You know, so like I control what I can, bro. Like I show up to the gym and I train. But if I could fight, I would simply fight, right? I can't show up at an event, weigh in, and fight an opponent. They have to send me a bout agreement. They have to give me an opponent. They have to give me an opportunity. So once you get here, you can't count your chickens before they hatch, because you're not in control of anything, So control the controllable, stay ready, stay humble, stay focused, and what God intends for you to happen and what He intends for you to have will have. But that's how I keep it, man. But it's hard. It's hard in the UFC, harder than people think.
How frustrating was it to be on the sidelines and you see other guys getting 2-3 fights while you're sitting on, a bit of a tough streak for you, right? You want to get back in there. You want to get a W. You want to get back on a roll. How did you deal with that?
It's hard, Ariel, especially when you got people that count on you, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got sick people in your family, especially you got people to take care of, it's hard. But once again, I control what I can, and that's all I can do. So I don't worry too much on things that I can't control. And I know if I'm accessible, I know if I'm humble, I know if I'm diligent, I know I'm working hard, God's going to make a way for me, And the cool thing about fighting, people get caught up on age. Fighting, it's all based on the attrition you've taken in this game. I'm fresh, man. I'm fresh. I've been knocked down maybe twice in my career. This is the second time I've ever had a cut in my life in fighting, ever. So, I got miles left, So the longer they want to wait, the better I'm getting. And I can beat anybody. I can fight with anybody. I can knock out anybody. So I'm just hoping that I did enough right there to show that I'm still readily available. I'm still here, and I'm still a big factor at welterweight. Two more KOs, I'm back in the mix. I got 4 knockouts in the UFC.
Yeah.
Every win I've had is a knockout. I was in a 3-fight knockout streak at one point. But once again, you can't push yourself. I can't drive media to me. I'm not. I'm not in charge of nothing here.
I get it. Well,
it is what it is.
You just mentioned family, and you revealed in the post-fight press conference that your mom is sick. Can I ask, first of all, how is she doing? I'm sending her my best, but currently, how is she doing right now?
My mom is doing well. If anyone knows the journey with cancer, it's peaks and valleys, right? And you have to take the wins when you get them. And you have to truck through the losses. It's just like the fight game. Never too high, never too low. So she has multiple myeloma. She got diagnosed with that 3 years ago. And throughout this whole process, ended up metastasizing in her chest. She got breast cancer. They ended up taking off one of her breasts. Then she ended up having a double mastectomy and metastasized in her head. And then they ended up taking a tumor out of her head. So it's tricky, but she's doing well now. Her numbers look good. There's nothing lighting up as far as the breast cancer goes. There's nothing in her head. Her PET scan is great. Her myeloma numbers are low. But she's still doing chemo, right? So with myeloma, it's something that you have to kind of monitor, right? You can live with it, but it's cancer, right? And if you go without treatment, it's going to flare up, and it's cancer of the blood. So you're talking, it can.
Oh, I think we just lost him. We'll
Look at him
reconnect.
back.
Yeah, maybe his phone died or got a phone call. What a nice young man. What a lovely young man. Reminds me of yesterday to a degree. A little bit younger, but Malcolm Wellmaker, was blown away by him, and love getting to know these guys who, we get to just see them in these brief moments on fight week. They'll pop up on social media. They'll do a hit here, an interview there, a press conference here or there. They'll maybe get a big win. They'll get on the microphone. They'll get to do a post-fight press conference as well. And then they just kind of move on. Now it's on to Baku. Like Atlanta is almost in the rearview mirror. That's why I love getting to do the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I still feel like we're eating off Atlanta's plate, if you get what I'm saying. So getting to talk to a Wellmaker, getting to talk to a Phil Rowe, the boys getting to talk to some other fighters as well who may have had a big win on their Thursday show. I love this stuff. And everyone has a story. Everyone has a backstory, a struggle, a reason. And this is a guy who, as he said, 100% finishing rate, not only in the UFC, but also in his MMA career. 7 wins via KO, 4 via sub. I'd love to know why he wasn't getting offers and if they counted those short notice opportunities as his offers. Don't think that's necessarily fair. But, Dana likes to say sometimes like, oh, we got to give these guys 3 fights. Well, more often than not, it doesn't really quite work out that way, especially with the top tier guys. But he is a fun fighter who, as he also said, was on a roll not that long ago. Also loves to partake in the grappling. Even went up against Craig Jones not that long ago. Loves a Christmas decoration. Have you guys seen his Christmas decorations? This is his house. Not now, but in Christmas time. Look at his car. Who does the car like that? That's next level. I've never seen that before. I mean, I've seen the house. The car? What do you do?
Yeah, I guess it runs off the battery or something. That's crazy.
But also, is it possible that it could scratch the car?
Yeah, maybe you wrap the car first.
That's a big time job.
Yeah.
That's a big time job.
Cool though.
You into that? You do that?
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Are you a big Christmas decoration guy?
Oh, you know it.
Is that true? I don't know if I believe you.
Why would you believe me? You ask me a question, I give you an answer, you don't believe me?
Just like the way you answered it. I know GC's a big Christmas decoration guy.
Oh, for sure. Me and Phil cut from the same cloth there.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if Frank is.
Oh, I just told you I was. So.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he is.
No.
Love putting the star on top, the angel.
Couldn't even be bothered to wear a sweater around the holiday season.
Yo, he's an incredible talent, this guy. He even made a music video in the midst of the intense 100 man versus 1 gorilla debate.
But he flipped it. His song is
100
1 man versus 100 gorillas.
Yo, this man did this.
Killed it.
What a character.
Did an original song too. We can't play it, but it's like 1 man versus 100 gorillas.
Yo, he's got an amazing personality.
Got his own chain
Look
on
at
in the
this.
video too.
The R. Incredible hair as well.
Incredible hair.
I don't think his hair looked like that on Saturday, the way it looked in the Zoom chat. He's got troll doll like hair.
He actually did that comparison himself.
Yeah. Look at that. Haven't seen one of those
Not
in a
just
while.
the troll doll hair. Teeth looking great there, man.
Teeth look fantastic.
We getting those professionally whitened?
Legit?
Or
What do you
is that
think?
just crest, man? Because
Or are they
no matter what it is, are they veneer?
Are they the veneers?
No
I don't
matter
know.
what, they look good. I wish I had teeth like that. Damn, don't show my teeth now. In comparison
Yeah,
to
I
old
know
Phil.
it's listen.
Tough.
It's tough. Has great t-shirts.
Yeah, sold out.
Sold out the t-shirts.
Did a custom ATL tee and sold it out.
Everyone's doing the custom tees these days, right?
Yeah, like 4 each event. I can't decide on that or not.
What do you mean?
Because like if you buy it for the fighter and then like
Is that it?
God forbid they lose, you don't want like that memory.
That's a good point, yeah.
Plus, can I buy a shirt for every single event that they fight at?
If you go hard for your guy, like if that's
Yeah.
your guy, I think you're buying. It's sort of like buying their poster. And by the way, how much are the shirts? Like $30, $40?
Yeah, probably something like that. It was sold out. Didn't have a price.
I'd rather the shirt than the poster. You know, like those sign posters,
Oh, for
which
sure.
end up being like $200,
Yeah.
$250. Those posters are crazy.
I actually didn't even see the posters for sale on Saturday. I did get a pretty sick custom.
You know what annoys me about the posters? Did you really? What did it look like?
They did like a retro Hawks crossover.
Oh,
UFC and like retro Hawks. Yeah,
oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
kind of
Guess who's
surprising.
back?
Okay, Philly's back.
Phil's back.
Is he there? He's there. Hey, man.
Sorry, bud.
No, it's all good.
I'm in my wife's dental office, and she freaking had a little power outage there.
No, it's all
pissed,
good.
but it's all good, man.
She's a dentist.
Yes, Dr. Rowe.
Wow. By the way, we were just complimenting your teeth.
She would love to hear that.
Yo, we showed the picture of you comparing your hair to a troll doll, but what really stood out to us was the teeth. Look at the teeth. Is that her doing?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Well done. We also showed your Christmas decorations. You go hard, man, with the car and all that.
Man, I live in the gated community, man, amongst the whites. I gotta show out, man.
You like living in Florida compared to East Flatbush?
Bro, it's not even close, man. My backyard at 9 o'clock every night, you see the fireworks from Disney World. Love it.
Ah, that's incredible. So you're living the
Yeah,
dream.
I live in Winter Garden. I live close to Mike Perry. Me and Mike Perry are neighbors.
Okay. I just wanted to finish up the discussion about your mom. I'm wondering if you put that pressure on yourself to say like, hey, I need to be here not only to keep my dreams alive, but to maybe help her out so that, to keep her inspired.
Absolutely.
You put that on yourself.
You have to. You have to. You have to put that pressure on yourself. You don't shy away from it, I mean, I think that's what men do. That's what men are supposed to do. So I'm cool with it, and I was cool and congruent with the fact that if I lose this, my dream is gone, But I need to be able to take care of my family. I need to be able to help provide for my mom, resources, opportunities, and putting this guy away helps for sure.
So once you were there with the brass on Saturday, did you say like, get me back in there, let's make up for lost time here, or do you not even want that at this point?
Of course I do. But you gotta tread lightly in the UFC. You know how that goes.
Okay.
Malky,
Yep.
he's a shark, man. So he's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. So this week, I'm sure they're gonna talk to them and let them know, like, yo, man, we need Phil to be out there again. I'll be out there next week with my teammate Terrence McKinney, and then I will be in Nashville with Mike Davis. And then I'm gonna see the next week. I'm gonna see DP fight. So I'm gonna be
Present.
popping up.
Yeah.
People are gonna see my face. I'm gonna be in the algorithm. So hopefully I see Sean, and hopefully I did enough that he's like, okay, cool. I still got fights left on my contract. I would love to fight like October. That'd be awesome. And I could get back in there and knock some heads, man.
Well, that's perfect because I heard JDM is coming back in October, and I heard you want JDM next.
Look, I would love it. I mean, look, if you're gonna ask me,
Yeah,
that's who I want to fight, right? If they're gonna ask me who I want to fight, I don't make up no rules. You know that. If you ask me, I want the guy with the belt, right?
Of course. That's the great mindset to have, but realistically, probably not going to happen. I hope you're not offended.
Probably not.
Is there someone that does make sense, in your opinion?
Yeah. I mean, I tried to. I was calling out Alex Morano for a while. Nothing personal. He just had a lot of fights, and the way the match making looked for me, like they gave me Jake Matthews, they gave me Neil Manny, like all guys, Nico Price, like Alex Morano type guys, like 20-something fights in the UFC, been around for a while. He's on a couple L's, so I don't really know how that works, but I'm accessible, man. I don't care. I like fighting short wrestlers. I always knock them out. So like they take me down. I got jitsu. They never pass my guard. I eventually get up. I end up knocking them out. So I don't care, man. I can't call no shots right now. I just want to be active. I want to keep making these 6-figure checks, man. That was the first time in my life I got 6 figures in one shot, bro. So
Wow.
I'm stacked. I'm stoked right now, So like my account went from low,
Yeah.
I'll just say that,
Okay.
to 6 figures, and it was pretty cool to see. So and they had me the second fight of the night, which was weird, but I guarantee you nobody the second fight of the night went home with a check like me. That's a fact. So I'm pumped.
Well, yeah, I saw your reaction to getting the check. You posted it on social media.
Let's go.
Man, you're a very entertaining guy. Like they need to get behind you. Look at you, man.
I don't know why they don't, man.
Look at that. Look at them moves. We even showed your music video, the 100 Men versus a Gorilla music video. You even did that.
How fire is that song?
Yeah, I want to play it, but I think we'll get dinged by YouTube. But we showed the video. The video was great.
That's my song.
I know, but sometimes I don't know. Can we play? Should we take a chance, guys?
My song. It's my song.
Let's play it. Just play a little bit. Just a little bit. Just so.
Just one man
Yeah.
versus 100 gorillas.
Who made this? You made it?
Swear I did.
Line 'em up.
What the hell? What inspired you to do this?
One man
This is great stuff.
versus 100 gorillas. I'ma fuck them gorillas up.
Where'd you come up with this? Oh, look at him, just enjoying his work. They get another.
Oh.
By the way, can I just say, it's a catchy tune. Just one man. Oh, there he is. Sorry, we lost you.
How you lose me? I'm chilling.
I don't know what happened. You froze.
I'm here.
Yo, the
I'm
dental
here.
office needs to. You need to invest some of that $100K into the Wi-Fi over there.
Right. But no, yeah, no, the thing was going viral, 100 men versus one
Yeah.
gorilla.
Yeah.
So I kind of flipped it and made a song from it. So it was pretty cool.
A man of many talents.
Oh yeah.
How much longer you want to do this for, the fighting thing?
I think I have 8 to 10 high level fights in me left.
Oh wow. Okay.
And like Ariel, this game. Like I said, like it's about the attrition that you're taking. I'm fresh, man. I haven't been in much fights. I know 30-year-olds has been knocked out violently in the UFC. I know 23-year-olds has been knocked out violently in the UFC. I'm fresh. I'm 34 years old. I'm at my physical peak. My mind is sharp. I haven't taken much damage, man. I haven't taken much attrition in this game. Everything's superficial. My ears, a little scar tissue here and there, but my mind is good, man. And I think I got 8 to 10 high level fights left in me.
Well, you're back on track. Great win. Well done. Congratulations. Great to have you on the show. Much love. Sorry that we didn't tag you on the IG.
It's all good,
That's
man.
our bad.
I'm grateful, man. I really like the platform.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful to be here, man. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity, man. You always have my boy Mike Perry on here, man. So it's cool to be on here.
You'll be on very soon again after you get another win in a couple months.
Let's
so
go.
We look forward
Let's
to
go.
It. Thanks, my man, and all the best to your mother.
Thank you, man. I mean that. I love that. Thank you.
All right, there he is. Phil Rowe, big win for him, back on track. Fantastic stoppage. Posted him up. Ange Loosa, and he was just like, a much-needed win for the Brooklyn boy, now residing and training in Orlando, Florida. They got Desmond Bain for like 4 draft picks. Crazy. Is Desmond Bain worth 4 draft picks? First round? Seems like a lot. Anyway, we move along now, and in a matter of seconds, we'll say hello who is a guest that I would say is one of the most requested guests in the history of the program. We have a bunch of tweets here from people over the years, even dating back to the MMA Hour days, saying, yeah, all these big names are cool, but this is just like this is a sprinkle. Iron Turtle Fight Week. You got to have Iron Turtle on. Where's Iron Turtle? Iron. Any chance we can get Iron Turtle on the show? I hope this last one for Moonies. Let's get Iron Turtle on. Any interest in getting JunYong Park on the program? He is the Iron Turtle. He is returning to action this Saturday in Baku against Ismail Naurdiev. And you guys have been asking for him. You guys have been wanting him. You guys have been demanding. You have requested. You have, pretty much threatened to riot if we don't get the Pride of Seoul, South Korea on the program. And so without further adu, let us finally deliver for all of you. Let us say hello to JunYong Park. The Iron Turtle is here. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome.
환영합니다. 안녕하세요.
It's great to have you. And we have your translator, John, here as well. My friend, do you know that you have a massive fan base who love you and are very loyal and who have been hounding us here on the show to have you on the show? Are you familiar with this? Are you aware of this?
혹시 많은 팬들이 지금 이 방송에 부탁을 해가지고 빨리 아이언 터틀을 이 방송에 나와달라고 부탁을 많이 했나 봐. 그걸 알고 있는지.
아니, 잘 모르죠. 한국에만 있으니까.
I have no idea, especially in Korea. I had no idea.
Amazing. Well, it's true. Could I ask, and I know it's a hard question to answer, why do you think people love you so much?
왜 팬들이 너를 너무 좋아할까?
만만하게 생겨서?
Because I'm very easy.
You're easy to like?
They don't think highly of me. That's how I feel.
What do you mean? No, they love you. They support you. They don't think highly of you, or they do think highly of you?
너의 만만해 보이는지 왜 그럴까?
격투기 선수같이 생기진 않았잖아요.
It's because I don't look like an MMA fighter at all.
Okay. Do you act like an MMA fighter?
혹시 격투기 선수처럼 행동을 하고 있는지?
없어 보이잖아요. 그런 저 격투기 선수처럼 행동하고 다니진 않아요. 그냥 공부 열심히 하는 사람처럼 행동하고 다녀요.
I definitely don't look like an MMA fighter. More probably like a school kid studying a lot.
Well, you are a very fun fighter to watch, and you have a great nickname as well. I think people love your nickname. Can you tell us about where it came from? Iron Turtle. Where did this come from?
되게 재밌는 선수로 보이고 그 닉네임 아이언 터틀 자체가 어떻게 해서 나왔는지, 어떻게 시작했는지 설명 좀 해달라는데.
아이언 터트 약간 좀 한국에선 이 거북이란 이미지가 굉장히 느리지만 굉장히 성실한 이미지거든요. 그래서 약간 이순신 장군이 거북선 만들었을 때 그 거북선 느낌으로 아이언 터트를 만든 거예요.
Ariel, I'm going to try my best to try and translate this. So
Thank you.
The turtle itself, it depicts a very slow animal, but back into the dynasty days, it's been progressed where they're very smart and very thoughtful and methodical in how they do things as a turtle. So not only that they're slow, but they're very precise on how they do things, and it's just something that's been backdated back in the dynasty days in Korea.
Who gave you that nickname?
그 닉네임은 누가 줬을까? 누가 지어줬어?
예전에 저 팀 동료인 마이크라는 선수라고 있어요.
One of the sparring partners that helped me out, named Michael, had thought of that name for me.
Do you like the nickname?
그 닉네임을 좋아하나?
나쁘지 않아요. 좋은 것 같아요. 뭐 거북이라는 이미지도 뭐 닮았다고 하니까 좋은 것 같아요.
It's not that bad. I like it. I kind of have that image of a turtle.
Oh, that is a tremendous shirt. I love this shirt. I think a lot of people love it. Can people buy that now? And where can they buy it?
티를 되게 좋아한다는데 혹시 에리아가 물어보는데 그 살 수 있는지, 그리고 팬들이 살 수
내가
있는지.
선물해드린다고.
So it's not for sale, but he definitely want to gift you one, Ariel.
Oh,
하는 건 아닙니다.
Yeah, it's definitely not a shirt that he's selling at the moment.
okay. Well, you should sell it. I think you would sell it out. Does the turtle reference have anything to do with Ninja Turtles?
혹시 터럴 그 닉네임 자체가 닌자 터럴이랑 비슷한 그런 이미지인가?
뭐 닌자 거북이 많이 그 닌자 터틀 많이 닮았다고 거북이 이미지가 많이 닮았다고 했습니다. 사람들이.
Yeah, in the past, a lot of people have given me and told me that I do have the image of a ninja turtle. That's where it stemmed up from.
You're also a great dancer. I've seen your celebrations. Where does this come from? What's the inspiration for the way you move? Look at you here. Look at this. This is incredible stuff. Where is this from?
춤을 되게 잘 춘다는데 신청을 해주면서 이건 어디서 났는지, 어디서 시작했는지.
제가 축구를 엄청 좋아하잖아요. 제가 축구 하면서 골 넣고 제 친구들 놀리면서 추던 춤이에요. 친구 놀릴 때.
I really love soccer, and so whenever I get a goal, that's like one of the dances I do, just to make fun of my opponents.
Oh, okay. So
the celebratory dance.
So that's you almost mocking your opponent.
그거를 이제 친구 놀리라는 얘기지, 상대를 놀리단 춤을 출 때.
그래서 제가 기분 좋아서 이제 친구들 이제 놀릴 때 그냥 나오던 춤인데 저 때 기분이 너무 좋아. 시합 끝나고 완벽하게 이긴 거 같아가지고 나왔던 것 같아요.
Yeah, it definitely is something that, to make fun of my friends when I make the goal. But definitely at that fight, that dance came out because I felt like, I 100% won that fight, and it was just a relief, and it just came out naturally.
When you were a kid, did you want to be a soccer player?
어렸을 때 혹시 축구 선수를 할 생각이 있었는지?
어렸을 때는 수영 선수였고 축구 선수가 되고 싶었죠.
Yeah, definitely when I was young, I was a swim athlete.
Okay.
But then there was thoughts about soccer at the time.
Who got you into martial arts?
그 마셜 아츠 그 격투기 자체는 누가 소개를 했는지, 어떻게 시작했는지.
군대 있을 때 제 위에 선임 중에 UFC 엄청 팬이 있었어요. 근데 그때 그 UFC 시합을 탱크의봇이랑 킴보슬레스 경기였는데 그 경기 보면서 나도 격투기 잘할 수 있을 것 같은데 이렇게 생각하다가 그냥 좋아서 그냥 군대 전역하고 이제 격투기를 시작했어요.
Yeah, definitely in my military days, my ranking officers had loved the UFC. He was a huge fan. And as they were watching the Kimbo Slice fight, is when he had thoughts about MMA itself. And then after he got out of the military, he was like, you know what, let me give it a shot, and got into the whole MMA.
Wow, Kimbo Slice, that's amazing. How long were you in the military for?
군대는 몇 년 있었는지.
군대 한 2년 있었어요. 2년.
About 2 years.
Okay. And prior to that, you had no martial arts background. You had not done anything.
그 군대 전에는 그런 훈련 같은 격투기나 MMA 자체 훈련을 했었는지.
안 했어요. 원래 수영 선수 하다가 운동 그만두고 그쪽 격투기 쪽은 아예 운동을 한 번도 안 했어요.
Yeah, definitely nothing of martial arts. I was definitely a swim athlete before I got into the military.
I heard you say in the beginning of your UFC career that you considered yourself like a white belt UFC fighter and maybe didn't feel 100% comfortable calling yourself a UFC fighter or veteran. Do you feel like you've earned that now? Do you feel like you're a black belt in UFC fighting, so to speak, and that you belong, that you have a spot in the company?
그 전 경기들 네가 우승하고 네가 UFC에서 흰띠밖에 안 된다라는 얘기를 했었는데 혹시 지금은 그 같은 생각인지 아니면 네가 이제 좀 UFC 베테랑 그 UFC 선수라는 자신.
흰띠? 그게 뭔 얘기지?
네가 UFC에서는 난 흰띠밖에 안 된다.
크리스요?
그러니까 전체로.
크리스 지금도 흰띠인데?
그래도 전체적으로 네가 흰띠라는데 혹시 이제 UFC에서는 네가 좀 싸워가지고 나는 이제 자격 있다라는.
그랄 3개 받은 것 같은데요. 그랄 3개. 흰띠 그랄 3개.
He's saying, overall I'm still a white belt, but I feel like I have 3 stripes now on my belt. I'm working my way up.
You've been in the UFC for a while now, for several years. Why do you still consider yourself a white belt, and what would allow you to move up, in your opinion?
네가 지금 UFC에서 지금 몇 년 꽤 오래됐는데 아직도 흰띠라고 생각하는지 좀 전적도 있고.
한 올해 지나면은 한 블루 벨트 넘어갈 것 같은데요. 제 생각엔.
그리고 뭐 어떻게 해야 네가 더 큰 선수가 될 수 있다는 설명.
우선 랭커가 돼야겠죠. 랭커가 되면 한 퍼플 정도 될 것 같은데요.
So overall, I feel like over this year, I'll probably move up to blue belt just overall.
Okay.
And hopefully when I get to top 10, maybe I can consider myself, a well-rounded fighter in the UFC.
How is Baku treating you? Because you had a stretch of Apex fights. So I would imagine getting out of the Apex is very exciting. What is it like being there in Azerbaijan?
지금 에이펙스에서만 계속 싸우다가 지금 바쿠는 어때?
바쿠 날씨도 굉장히 좋고, 제가 생각했던 도시랑은 많이 달라요. 그러니까 아제르바이잔이라 했을 때 무슨 사막 같은 생각을 많이 했는데 여기는 해양 도시더라고요. 도시가 굉장히 예쁘고 좋은 것 같습니다.
Yeah, the weather's beautiful over here. And, when they said Azerbaijan, I was like, maybe it's just like a desert. That's the feeling that I had. But when I got over here, it's by the water. The city's just beautiful. And it's just changed the way I envisioned it before I got here.
Do you like fighting at the Apex?
에이펙스에서 싸우는 건 좋아하니?
뭐 장소가 어디든 UFC 싸우는 건 다 좋은 것 같습니다. 그냥 그러니까 MMA 시합을 할 수 있는 것 자체가 너무 재밌는 것 같아요. 시합 준비하고 싸우고 뭐 이렇게 감량하고 이렇게 하는 게 이 과정들이 너무 재밌어요.
Yeah, definitely the location is not a big concern for me. I mean, wherever the UFC wants to send me, it's just a pure fact that I can get the fight is what I like, and I want to continue that.
So you're fighting a tough guy, Ismail Naurdiev. How do you feel like this fight is going to play out? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
상대가 이스마일 나두레프랑 지금 싸울 건데 좀 세단 상대라고 생각하고 있는데 어떻게 생각하고 있니?
아주 공격적인 선수인 것 같아요. 그래 너무 상대로서 좋은 것 같아요. 뭐 그런 강한 상대랑 싸우면은 도파민이 많이 나와서 너무 재밌어요. 도파민 중독이라 그래야 되나?
Definitely, he's a well-rounded fighter, and to fight with a tough opponent like this, it brings up my dopamine levels. And how do I say it? A dopamine addict. So I'm definitely ready for this fight.
What are things from outside the world of fighting that that make you feel that same way, that give you that same dopamine feeling?
격투기 말고는 다른 네가 하는 거에 대한 비슷하게 그 도파민 레벨 받는 기분이 있는지.
Walking drink.
He said drinking.
Drinking. What do you like to drink?
마시는 거 뭘 좋아해?
형 아시잖아요. 다 먹잖아요.
He's telling me that I know better. He definitely likes to drink anything that's alcohol.
Okay. Do you drink throughout your training camp as well?
준비하는 동안 캠프 하는 동안은 술을 마시는지.
7주 전서부터 금주예요. 7주.
So approximately 7 weeks prior to the fight, I definitely stop everything.
Okay. Do you miss it? Is that like the first thing you look forward to partaking in after a fight?
경기 끝나고마자 그게 그리운 건지 바로.
경기 끝나자마자 알코올 먹냐고요? 경기 끝나자마자 이번에는 중화 요리에 소주를 마실 겁니다.
Yeah, definitely right after the fight. But after this fight, my goal is to drink soju, which is a Korean vodka with Chinese food.
Yes, I heard that's one of your favorite things.
네가 좋아하는 술이라고 들었다고.
We saw it there on that on the list here of getting to know you. Soju. I've never heard of that before.
소주에다가 맥주를 섞어서.
He said if you mix soju with beer, it's the best.
With beer. I was always told beer before liquor, never been sicker.
원래는 beer before liquor.
I don't know how you translate that. Good luck with that one.
원래 소주 마시기 전에 맥주를 마시게 되면 더 힘들다는 그런 얘기가 있거든.
그래요?
그러니까 원래 양주를 먼저 마셔야 맥주를 마실 수 있다. 근데 맥주를 먼저 마시게 되면 양주는 더 세다라는 그런 단어가 있는데.
한국 스타일은 얼마나 적은 돈으로 빨리 취할 수 있느냐가 좋은 거예요.
In the Korean culture, it's what's the least amount of money I can spend by getting drunk the quickest.
In that list there, and shout out to Alex Buchanan for putting that together. You write that he asks you, where's your favorite place to travel? And your response was, I'd rather just stay home.
그 알렉스 기자랑 그때 인터뷰를 했을 때 네가 제일 좋아하는 여행 장소가 집에 있고 싶다. 그 답을 했는데
네.
왜 그랬을까?
뭐 UFC 시합 항상 해외 나올 때는 여행을 간다는 거는 항상 저한테 시합이었거든요. 뭐 팀 동료가 시합을 하든 제가 시합을 하든 놀러 간다는 그런 느낌이 아니어서 저는 뭐 공항을 가든 뭐 이렇게 어디 다른 데 지역을 가면은 약간 쉬는 듯한 느낌이 아니라 약간 그 시합 전에 그 느낌? 약간 날카로워지는 느낌? 그런 느낌이 계속 들어요. 그래서 그냥 집에 있는 게 가장 편하고 휴식을 많이 취하는 것 같아요.
Yeah, so whenever I go to fights, it's always in different locations. So, for me, it's like whenever I get to the airport, I get that feeling like, oh man, it's the night before the fight. So for me, and whether it's, my fights, I'm traveling, or, with my sparring partners or coaches that I go out with to support, that feeling of going out, it just feels like I'm getting ready to fight. So for me, it just feels more comfortable to be at home.
Do you
That's
get
the only reason that answer was brought.
that makes total sense. Do you get very nervous before your fights?
혹시 그 시합 전에는 긴장이 많이 되는지.
시합 전에 그 쫄리는 맛이라 그러죠. 약간 두려움 반, 설렘 반, 막 엄청 뭐 걱정 반, 뭐 엄청 오만 가지 느낌이 들잖아요. 거기서 나오는 그런 도파민이 좀 많이 중독된 것 같아요. 네. 네, 그런 도파민 중독 때문에 계속 시합을 찾는 것 같아요.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a mixture. So whether it be just a little bit of nervousness, concerns, a mixture of other things that come through my mind, that's where it brings up my dopamine level. And that's where I feel like, I'm an addict to it. And, I just want to continue to fight.
I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, that your favorite fight is Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald 2, which happened at UFC 189. I have this doll. Look at this. Do you know where this is from? Can we show him here on this? Look, you know this one? This guy. Rory McDonald from that fight.
Oh, like that.
You know this one?
Yeah.
Why do you like
I
that
know.
fight so much?
왜 그 경기를 되게 좋아하는지. 로비 러랑 싸웠던 경기.
그 4라운드 끝나고 서로 피 뱉으면서 그 서로 그 코너에 안 들어 쳐다볼 때 그때 완전 남의 경기를 보면 도파민이 이렇게 막 나왔던 거는 그 경기가 유일했던 것 같아요.
Yeah, definitely after that fight, when they sat back looking at each other with the blood dripping down, he just felt like the dopamine level had to have been so high. And just off of that, just a pure fact, that's why he liked that fight.
I saw that you were training with Alex Pereira a few months ago. What was that experience like?
몇 달 전에 알렉스 페레라랑 그 훈련했던 영상을 봤는데 그거는 어떤 느낌, 어땠는지.
알렉스 페레이라가 몸이 안 좋아서 스파링을 한 거라기보다는 그냥 보여주기식 운동이어서 그렇게 크게 훈련이 됐다 이렇게 말을 할 수 없어요. 알렉스 페레이라 그때 몸 상태가 굉장히 안 좋았었어요.
Yeah, Alex Pereira at the time, he wasn't at the greatest because he wasn't feeling too well. So I can't really consider it more of a sparring. It was just more of like showing different techniques and, just more of just like, let's get together and show different things.
There's another South Korean fighter on this card. He's fighting Oban Elliott. I hope I'm not mispronouncing his name. Seokhyun Ko.
다른 한국 선수가 지금 고석현이 지금 싸운다는.
예.
Are you friends with him?
혹시 친구니라고 물어보는데.
같이 훈련도 하고 있고 그렇습니다. 거기 옆에 그 사진의 왼쪽에 보이는 동현이 형 제자지만 동현이 형은 제가 막내 때 제일 위에 선배였고 그 밑에 동현이 형 밑에 제자고 저희 팀에 와서 같이 훈련 교류를 굉장히 많이 하는 친구입니다.
Yeah, he's definitely he comes out to train with me. We train together, and definitely he was referring to the picture that was brought up on the screen all the way to the left. Dong-hyun Kim, he's like my older brother, and I'm like his little brother, and we definitely mix together and train together.
I love it. And one of my favorite, at least from afar, countries is South Korea. I've always wanted to visit South Korea. It's one of the few places in the world that I haven't been to yet. If I ever were to come to South Korea, what would we do? Like, what would be the perfect night? Like me and you out on the town in Seoul, where would you take me to experience a beautiful part of the country and of your hometown?
에리아가 설명한 게 지금까지 한국은 가보진 않았지만 가장 가고 싶은 나라고 혹시 내가 갈 기회가 되면 너랑 같이 나가서 한국에서 뭘 할지.
fucking drink.
What? What is that?
한국식 술 먹는 문화를 보여주겠다고.
He said drinking, so I'll definitely show you the Korean culture of drinking in Korea.
I feel like drinking is a big part of your life. That's the sense that I'm getting here.
한국에 엄청 맛있는 음식이랑 술이 굉장히 많다고 말해주세요.
Definitely in Korea, there's a lot of great food
Okay.
and a lot of drinking opportunities involved.
And was he going to say something? Were you going to say something?
뭐 다른 얘기 하려고 그랬나?
뭐 아니요. 그 오면은 절대 후회 없다고. 그 음식만 먹는 것만으로도 음식이랑 술만 먹는 것만으로 너무 좋아할 거라고.
You'll definitely won't regret it coming over here.
I would
in
love
Korea.
it.
And just based off the food and the drinking alone, you'll have a blast.
I would love it. I would love that. And one day we will do it. For now, though, I wish you the best. It was great to have you. Is there anything that you want to say to all the people watching our show who have been hounding us, who have been asking for you to be on the show? They have been asking for one guest and one guest only, and that's you. Is there anything you want to say to them right now?
지금 참석해줘서 고맙고 혹시 팬들한테 너를 부탁을 많이 했는데 이 방송에서 혹시 한 얘기 해주고 싶은지?
뭐 별것도 아닌 선수 많이 응원해서 고맙고 외국에 저를 찾아주시는 분들이 많다는 거를 이번에 알아서 너무 좀 영광스럽네요. 좀 더 열심히 해서 이런 헬와니 같은 명품 기자들이랑 헬와니랑 많이 이런 얘기를 많이 나눴으면 좋겠어요.
Yeah, I don't feel myself such a great fighter to be on this show, but I want to thank all the fans out there that requested me. It's such a great honor to be on a high caliber show like Ariel Helwani, and hopefully in the near future I'll be able to do more shows like this.
Amazing. Well, we look forward to that. For now, good luck on Saturday. Thank you so much for coming on.
와줘서 고맙고 좋은 경기를 보여달라는.
알겠습니다. 헬와니 너무 제가 다른 데서보다 이렇게 인터뷰까지 하니까 너무 영광이네요.
It's definitely an honor, watching you and then now being on your show. It's definitely a big difference. Thank you very much. It's an honor.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much. We'll talk to you soon. There he is, everyone. The pride of Seoul, South Korea. The Iron Turtle himself. I think that lived up to the hype.
Legend.
What a guy.
Exceeded the hype.
Exceeded the hype.
I'm trying to go drink in Seoul with the Iron Turtle, man.
Could you imagine? Seems like a good time.
I think he asked you, when you asked him what he wanted to do, I think he just said fucking drink.
Yeah. I think that was it. It was either funny. I had an old photo of myself in 2002. The World Cup was in South Korea and Japan, and South Korea went on an incredible run. I think they either made it to the quarters or the semis. And I was backpacking through Europe, and I bought a South Korea jersey because I'd fallen in love with the team. They had a beautiful red jersey, like a sort of bright red, and I was looking for the photo to show him that I've got mad love for South Korea, but unfortunately I couldn't find it in time. But what a great character! What a nice smile he has, and what a fun demeanor. And so, if you're excited about him fighting, he is returning on Saturday on this UFC Baku card, which, by the way, starts at 12 p.m. Eastern. Did you guys know that?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely lovely.
Prelims on ESPN, main card on ABC. I love the fact that an ABC card is going to be emanating from Azerbaijan. I wonder why the shift occurred where back in the day, the Fox events, they used to really stack. The Fox events were like mini pay-per-views. They were usually, especially in the early days, they were usually 4 fights instead of 5 on the main card, so it felt a little bit more compact. And there was always either a title fight, and it was usually maybe a DJ title fight or a Benson Henderson title fight at the very top, and if not, an important number 1 contender type fight. They've really gone away from that. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even realize that this was an ABC card. Like, there was a big difference between the UFC on Fox cards and the UFC on FS1 cards, the UFC on Fuel TV cards, obviously the pay-per-views. I would love for them to do these up a little bit. And by the way, why don't we call them UFC on ABC 1, 2, and 3? I mean, we freaking numbered the Apex cards. We've numbered everything else in the history of UFC fights. UFC on Versus, UFC on Fox, UFC on FS1, UFC on Fuel TV. Why don't we number the ABC cards? If anything, the ABC cards are the biggest deal of them all. The ABC cards are a bigger deal than the Fox cards. Maybe Ant Evans is right. Anyway, 12 fights on the card. Rafael Fiziev against Ignacio Bahamondes. That's a great fight. That's a great fight in the co-main. Curtis Blades on the card as well. Looking forward to that. Also on Saturday, by the way, BKFC is back. They're back in Fort Worth, Texas. Going to be airing on DAZN. And I'm very intrigued about one particular fight on this card, and it features a former UFC fighter, 2-1 in the world of BKFC, Josh Copeland, going up against our old friend Andrei the Pitbull Arlovski, also on the card, by the way. Jessica I, who you may recall was on this program announcing that she had signed with BKFC, going up against Maria Agapova, another former UFC fighter. Kenzie Morrison, the son of the late, great Tommy Morrison, also on the card against Alex Rhino Davis. So in a matter of seconds, Andrei Arlovski, the Pitbull, who had a nice debut in the world of DBX, Dirty Boxing. I don't know. What are we calling Dirty Boxing? Are we calling it DBX? Or are we calling it Dirty Boxing? I kind of think like DBX is a thing. I kind of feel like it works. By the way, I did want to give a shout out to Humanizing Athletes by Alex Beheinen. He puts together those lists. Ask some great questions. You get some nice, fun nuggets out of the fighters. So thank you to him. Shout out to him. And coming up in about 30 minutes, we'll be joined by Julianna Peña, and then Rose Namajunas will be the last guest of the day. So plenty more to get into. For now, though, let us say hello to our next guest. He is the former UFC heavyweight champion, a veteran of the game, now making his debut. He's a rookie all over again. Going to make his debut in the world of BKFC this Saturday on DAZN. It's the great Andrei Arlovski, kind enough to join us on this Tuesday. Hello, Andrei. How are you, my friend?
Hey, how are you? How tastes my pee-pee?
Yeah, I don't even have to ask about it. Now you just give it to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. You look fantastic, Andrei. The beard is always so nice. I love it.
Just left my barber. Yeah, getting ready for Saturday.
Okay, so this is interesting because you've been around the fight game for a long time, but I'm wondering if, because this is a first time for you in bare knuckle, if you feel like a young fighter again, like a rookie, if you will, because you've never done this before.
I've never done this shit before, but I'm super excited. Yes, really, absolutely right, and I can't wait till Saturday. Leaving tomorrow morning, and like Nike, just do it.
Yes. Why did you decide to sign with BKFC?
Because UFC asked me to leave. That's why I'm fighting for BKFC. So honestly, it's like I hopefully my management team has a plan for my future for a couple next years. So we'll see. Maybe I'm gonna fight one day. Gonna have rematch in boxing against Emelianenko. So we'll see. But I read news he's gonna fight, probably supposed to fight Mike Tyson, which I think it's not good fight for him. It's better fight against me, but we'll see.
Is this at this stage of your career? Is this the goal? You versus Fyodor Part 2 now in boxing?
The fuck him. So he called me out. He mentioned my name. I still fight and he's not. So I guess he needs this shit more than me. But definitely, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would love to fight him, and especially in boxing, definitely I'm not gonna do that stupid shit what I did first time, and I pay for this. It's a fact. He knocked me my ass out. So, yeah, if yes, perfect. If no, like I already moved forward, but he brought my name all the time. So,
wow,
yeah.
When did he talk about you?
Actually, my friend showed me link. He was on some Russian TV and he mentioned, like a lot of people asking about fight against Arlovski. Name came up all the time, like Mirko Krokop. and and after my fight again, first fight in dirty boxing, I heard you talking about dirty boxing. My friend showed me that video. I record another video. Listen, you mentioned my name. Let's fight. Let's do it. If not, not. If yes, I will be more than happy to fight you again.
How did you like the experience with dirty boxing?
It was a great experience for me, and it shows that I was stupid, that I never underestimate my elbows. It's a great weapon, and definitely if I'm gonna fight in MMA again, I'm gonna use a lot. I'm gonna practice a lot for my with my elbows, and it's a deadly weapon, 100%.
If you don't fight in MMA again, are you at peace with that? Are you okay with that, or do you really want at least one more MMA fight?
I would love to fight MMA at least. Like I said, I rather fight. Like I want to fight anyway. Boxing, dirty boxing, MMA 2 more years till 49. Beat whole records and retire.
And that's it. How does your wife feel about you doing bare knuckle? Because that's intense stuff.
Not happy.
Not happy. She'd rather you don't.
Yeah, but listen, I already have beautiful wife, kids, family. If I'm gonna be a little bit cut, it's no big deal.
You're still a great-looking guy, if I do say so myself.
Of course. Thank you.
What's the motivation, Andrei, at this point? You've done it all. You fought them all. Why even stick around?
I love do what I'm doing, and I want to repeat again. I'm a happy fighter. I like my family support me, my kids support me. Since God, I still have fire in my eyes, and like every workout, it's like a big holiday for me. You know, I finished today like early morning workout with my boxing coach Ivan Oliveira, and I felt like you said, young guy again, like 25. So hopefully, my friends gonna join my fight, my debut in BKFC on Saturday 21st and 21, and I wanna fight.
You have a history with the heavyweight champion there in bare knuckle, Ben Rothwell. Is that a fight that interests you?
Actually, when he became a BKFC world champion, I congratulate him via text message under his post. I make a comment. Congrats, big Ben, and let's dance you and me in BKFC in the ring. So, but no response. And it would be great. To be honest with you, yeah, I didn't think about it, but yes, you're right.
Yes. I saw recently that you gifted Dana White, I think you gave him like a rifle or something. Very
Maximum traditional built by Stella Arms, yeah, and yeah. Dana promised to post, so I'm waiting for the post from him. So
why did you feel the need to do this? What was the reason behind the gift?
No, if you think about back him to back in UFC, no, because I work with the Stella Arms, and they saw that I brought my friend Tigan Vol Tariq. He brought to his office. He presented him a gun. I brought another couple guys, and they felt like, you know, it's tradition, and they want to be a first person who gonna present him a rifle. And actually, to be honest with you, it's a great rifle built after my Pitbull Maximus. Called Maximus is going to be only 150 a rifle built, limited edition, and it's a great rifle. I asked, okay, I'm gonna ask Dana if he's okay to meet with you guys and with me again, we're gonna do it. And I spoke with Dana. He said, yeah, come to my office, and I brought my friends. And before I brought Staccato gun company from Texas, and after it was Stella Arms. And the same day, Dana got two presents, a gun and rifle.
You like shooting guns? What's your favorite kind of gun to shoot, or rifle?
Of course, Maximus.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Of course, and I have a lot of guns, but I have a number of favorite guns. And come on, Ariel, I live in Florida. You know, it's a red state, and everybody friendly with firearms. Plus, I'm happy that my kids, my oldest son Andrei, my middle son Dominic, they like to shoot as well. So, which is great.
I also saw. Did you recently win an axe throwing championship or something like that?
It was like, yeah, it's actually it was after meeting with Dana, We went to Area 51, I believe it was in Las Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
For kids, and yeah.
Look at that belt. That's a nice belt.
Yeah.
Add it to the list. Add it to the mantle, if you will.
Oh yeah.
You've had a lot of belts over the years. And by the way, you mentioned your son. I saw also on your social media, you told us about him being a good baseball player. And, you know, sometimes when parents talk about their kids playing sports, I saw him hit a very nice home run. He's got skills. Look at this.
Not only one. Oh yeah, thank you, sir. And actually, he was first one in the team who hit home run in the game. And listen, I'm into games right now, in baseball right now, and sometimes he tell me, "Hey, Dad, be quiet, don't embarrass me." But I'm running, screaming like a kid, you know. So
I heard you.
I'm not like acting like all other 99% parents, but yeah. I'm very happy with my son, and I'm supposed to go with him on his tournament, but unfortunately, I'm going to be in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to fight on 21st, so I'm not going to be able to go to Cooperstown.
Oh wow!
It's the biggest event for 12U, but yeah.
Cooperstown is the Hall of Fame. Are you sad about that? Are you sad you're missing it?
100%. 100%.
What's it like now seeing your kids become athletes? Like, you know, you had a great athletic career. You're sort of coming soon to the end. What's it like to now watch it as a parent?
I wish my sons, my kids, my two sons and my daughter are going to be better than me if they're going to choose some sports. Obviously, first one, oldest one, play baseball. And listen, I would love to see him on a big field and get the MLB ring.
Yeah.
Would be great.
I heard in that video you yelled "Booyakasha" when you hit the home run.
I don't know from why I'm screaming this. I heard my jiu-jitsu coach Dina Castel scream once "Booyakasha," and I like that screaming. I have no idea what does it mean. So, but "Booyakasha," yeah, every time when he hit home runs, I scream "Booyakasha."
I like it. From Ali G.
From some movie.
Yeah. That's your thing. I love it. Can I ask you, Andre? Like I said, you've been around. You fought for everyone. You were recently a part of this GFL that never came to fruition, you know, the whole thing. How do you feel about how that all played out?
Everybody still hopes they're gonna come back, and what I heard, and maybe in July, August. Most likely not, but you know, deep inside, yeah, grandpa fighting leagues, maybe we'll see.
But you know, you've been around, like I said. So were you always kind of thinking this doesn't seem like it's going to happen, or did you really think it was going to get off the ground?
Be honest with you, in the beginning I thought it's great, but when I read about money, what he going to pay, I start like kind of like asking myself, is it true? Are they really fucking gonna pay those kind of money? Because every event in GFL cost more than any UFC event.
Right.
So I thought maybe something fishy, but it is what it is. So we'll see.
Have you started to think about how you're going to spend your days after fighting? What do you want to do? How do you spend your time?
A lot of friends coming to support me from Chicago, from Hawaii. My former, my friends, former police officers from Chicago, gonna come support me. A couple professional hockey players. One of them, James Wisniewski, and we're gonna have a couple drinks. I'm gonna fly back home the next day early morning, and you'll see. I might. I know I have to go on Monday. I have to go to Chicago to visit my friend Derek. So.
But I mean, when you're done fighting, not this weekend. Like when you're done. What is Andrei Arlovski? Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe I'm going to shoot every day somewhere and compete in a 3-gun competition or something.
Okay. Who, in your opinion, is the greatest heavyweight of all time?
Listen, John Jones moved to heavyweight division. Obviously, he's
he's not the greatest heavyweight of all time. Come on, he's had 2 fights at heavyweight. How can he be the greatest heavyweight?
We're talking about MMA, not boxing. Right?
MMA. Who's the greatest MMA heavyweight of all time?
Number of good heavyweights. I'm include myself. I count myself one of them, but I don't know. Brandy Couture, he was a heavyweight champion. Like
Sure.
a lot of great. Aspinall is Aspinall. He's a star. He's not champion. I don't know if a fight gonna happen between him and John Jones. I'm not sure about, but definitely it's gonna be an interesting fight. And I don't know.
Who do you think wins that fight?
Definitely it's gonna be if it's a fight gonna happen. Definitely it's gonna be hard fight for John Jones.
Okay.
About he's very talented, but Aspinall, he's quick as fuck and strong. Has a good ground game. I'm only one, who he's choked. Don't knock me out. He fucking faked me and got my back and choked me. I still upset about that fight, but it is what it is. And anyway, it's going to be an interesting fight. Definitely, if it's gonna happen, I would be happy to watch that fight.
Sure. I noticed when I asked you, you didn't mention Fedor. Do you not consider him one of the best of all time?
Fuck no, absolutely not. Come on, no.
Why? What do you mean?
No, he's never fought in the UFC. He fought on Pride. At that time, you fucking never know if it was a doping athletic commission was there or not. 6 fights in a fucking 1 year. It sounds like not right, and I didn't think it's happened without medical help to fight to get 6 fights in a year and get all 6W. So it's kind of sounds not right to me.
And some
but
people,
no doubt about it. But he's a champion. Yeah, he's somebody consider him a great heavyweight, and Arlovski jackass just don't think in the same way. That's it.
Nah, your opinion matters. You're one of the greatest heavyweights.
Definitely, he's a great fighter. He was a Pride heavyweight champion, no doubt about. He's tough. He knocked my ass down. Maybe it's
Some people have also even said about the Pride fights that maybe they weren't 100% real at times. Mark Coleman has talked about that they offered him to fix the fight. You know this?
No, first time I heard this shit, and you see, it's another point that I might be right, because if you're gonna, I never heard about for fights. How's called
fix?
If you fix fight in the UFC.
No, never.
Of course, it's like I guess it's federal crime, right? You might go to the jail for this.
Yes.
So everything like so legit here except Pride fights.
Let me ask you 2 last things, Andrei, and we'll let you go. Do you want to do more than one BKFC fight, or are you gonna try this out on Saturday and then decide, or is it a multi-fight deal with them?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I will do everything possible to get W, because I'm not going to support my son, and I'm super upset about this shit. And my opponent is going to be the reason why I'm going to Dallas, not Cooperstown. And I supposed to fight one guy. He didn't get visa to United States. I got another guy. So, but anyway, I'm ready.
I love that. That's great motivation. My last thing for you is, right now we're seeing some disturbing stuff with BJ Penn and other fighters who, when they get older, it's hard for them to transition. It seems like you've got a great life. You've got great family. You're set up. You're happy. You're content. What has been your secret to be able to sort of like land the plane and get ready for the next chapter of your life?
You know what? I heard something about BJ Penn, but I don't know all details. But like I mentioned before, I'm super happy that my family and my wife supports me, my kids, and now I don't, be honest with you, it's embarrassing, but I don't know all rules and all details in baseball. I try to learn. And my oldest son, he tried to teach me all the time some small details, some like slang, etc. But I'm happy that I found somehow transitioned like in a gun world. It's a second company who I'm ambassador right now. I work with a great guy. His name is Ryan Rappaport. He helps me a lot with gun stuff. So try to get me even deeper in the gun world, and hopefully it's going to be a smooth transition. And I'm just, if not, I'm going to be forever baseball dad. So my son going to get a great contract, and I'm going to travel with him, and I'm going to carry his bags to the stadium.
I love that. I love that, Andre. Much love to you, my friend. Good luck on Saturday. Looking forward to it. Wishing you all the best. Thank you for coming on.
Ariel, thank you very much for having me. Thank you for your wishes, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, and same to you. There he is, the great Andrei Arlovski, the pride of Belarus, Chicago, and now Florida, a legend of the game, one of the greatest of all time. Love the answer regarding greatest heavyweight in the history of the sport. And then when I asked about Fedor, no. That's tremendous. That's BKFC, by the way, on Saturday, June 21st. They'll be in Fort Worth, Texas. And there's the poster right there. Josh Copeland, BKFC 76. Tickets available right now, bkfc.com. You can watch it on DAZN, the home of all things combat. And as I said, there's a bunch of familiar names. Jessica Ai making her BKFC debut as well. Maria Agapova on there. Kenzie Morrison. And so usually good for, 5 to 6 knockouts, one of those events. So go check out Andrei Arlovski on the BKFC card, especially if you're in that region, the North Texas region this weekend. By the way, some breaking news regarding the UFC's return to Chicago. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the UFC has officially announced the Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev card. That's August the 16th, UFC 319, their long-awaited return to the United Center, home of the Blackhawks and Bulls, middleweight title fight on the line. Featured bout, that would be the Chief Support, a.k.a. the co-main Jared Cannonier against Michael Venom Page, who is sticking around at 185 pounds. They did announce a bunch of other fights for the card, notable ones. Gerald Mearshart against Michal Oleksiejczuk, Edson Barbosa returning against Drakkar Klose. What about King Green against Diego Ferreira? Kareem Silva against JJ Aldrich. Brian Battle is back against Nursultan Ruzibiov. There it is. Hey, that was fast. Tim Elliott going up against Kaya Sakura. Well done. On Air Jordan. Do you got this one? Chase Hooper?
No.
Damn it. Against Alex Hernandez. Also, Jessica Andrade against the pride of Mexico and Canada.
Oh, we have that one. Jessica Andrade versus Lupe Godinez?
Yes. Wow. Where did this come from?
Back here grinding, man.
Yo, this is amazing.
Also, Jessica Andrade already taking another fight.
She's crazy.
Just pay me and let's go.
Beast. Rate the pay-per-view card for us. What are you giving that?
319?
Yeah, a lot of people into that one. I mean, they're just excited. They wanted the UFC to come back to Chicago.
It's in Chi-Town. It's being carried by an incredible main event.
Solid
Sakura back.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one. Give it like a solid 8.
Okay.
Infinity out of 10.
Yeah, also
that's
the
your
main
fight.
event. Yeah, I mean the main event.
If that main event stays together,
that's the thing, right? Isn't it one of those where you're like, why does it feel like something's going to happen here? And by the way, you'd have to think that Cannonier or Venom Page are the backups, right? One of them.
Yeah.
Who gets the call? Who gets the nod?
probably Jared, right?
Yeah. Just MVP is probably the more popular and fresher.
Yeah, Jared's been
Yeah, I know.
ranked at the
No, I
top,
know.
has fought for that belt before.
You know the fight that should be on here is Kyle Bahalia versus Imavov.
Yeah.
Like that.
Didn't
there's your backup.
Didn't Imavov say he was the backup, or did he make that up, or something?
Who knows these days with the backups? But yesterday I was talking about Armin Tsarukyan saying that he was the backup for the title fight next weekend, and that has in fact been confirmed by his team.
Whoa.
So I think that's good.
That's a good step. Yeah.
First of all, I like that.
Yeah.
He's a solid backup. I don't suspect there'll be many issues there between them, but who the hell knows? Famous last words.
I mean, Charles is
Yeah.
dicey on the scale before.
But hopefully this is a sign. Do we think that this is a sign that he has the winner?
No,
No.
I don't think that's a. I think it's he's closer now than he was on the heels of pulling out of the fight.
Sure.
I think it is contingent on the winner. I think if Charles wins, then he has a better case because he has the win over Charles. If Ilya wins, I don't know. Feels like that Patty fight is right there.
Isn't it weird though that like they're offering him Mateus Gamrot in one breath, and then the next breath he's the backup fighter for a title fight? Like, there's really no rhyme or reason to any of this.
Backup's one of those that they're like, we hope we don't have to use this here.
Sure, but I mean, like, look what happened when he was about to fight.
Yeah, there was no
Renato
backup. And it was
no, but I'm
Renato
saying,
Moicano who came up.
He could conceivably be fighting for the belt in 11 days.
Could be.
You know what I mean?
It will be wild.
What a turn of events that would be, right?
Yeah, if he saves the main event.
Wow. That would be crazy. What a 6-month period. I just want to see the guy back. I mean, he was my fighter of the year for 2024. My prediction for fighter of the year 2024. By the way, speaking of BKFC, they had their first Ice Wars event this past weekend in Michigan. And the Man in the Hat, this is tailor-made for the Man in the Hat. Chuck Mindenhall, of course, one of the greatest writers in the history of not just combat sports, but sports, if you ask me, feature writers. He went there. He was there. And you wrote about it for uncrowned.com. This is the type of journalism that you're getting over at uncrowned.com. Your home for all things combat. Real-life slapshot inside the unbridled chaos of Ice Wars. BKFC's push into organized hockey fights. No puck, no penalty box, and no reason to hold back. Whatever Ice Wars is, it's not subtle, and that's exactly the point. I love it. I saw him with Thomas Hearns, the hitman, sitting ringside? Cage side? Ringside?
Ice side?
It's a great piece. It's very fun. Give me one of those a month. Maybe that's too much. Like Chuck is so good at these sort of offbeat, quirky stories, and there's a lot of that in the fight game. And so I love the fact that he did that. Go check it out, uncrowned.com, the place to be for all things fighting. By the way, we are going to be joined by Julianna Peña, hopefully in a couple of minutes here. But I do want to give a shout out to Sean O'Malley, who came on the show yesterday. And I think, like, in some respects, and not everyone's going to do it the same way, but in some respects almost like puts out the blueprint, in my opinion, on how to deal with a loss, especially a high-profile loss, especially in a title fight. And again, like, Sean is living good. He's got his compound. It seems like everything's working out, and not everyone's the same. I know that. And different people have different reasons why they do this and are in different spots. But, like, he's so level-headed about it all, at times a little bit self-deprecating, that it was nice to see people be like, you know what, I respect this. And I think there's a lesson there. Fans will maybe initially want to shit on you, especially in this social media era. They'll want to talk shit. They'll want to step to you and all this stuff. But I think once you come out, the way in which you handle the loss, the defeat, which is public, and of course, you know, Joe Schmoes who are talking shit to fighters, nothing they do is public. And so, like, if you screw up at work, no one's coming to you and pointing in your face or mocking you. Just think about how difficult that must be as an athlete. You have this incredible ego. You're essentially naked in front of the world, and then you get, you know, submitted or knocked out or whatever it is, and then you got people talking shit to you. It's an absurd thing. It's an absolutely absurd thing. But if you handle it somewhat like that, I think you'll win over a lot of people. That's the way to do it. Take it in stride. Not a lot of excuses. Just do it the right way. We found a DM that someone sent Phil Rowe. Like, I don't even know what prompts someone to do this. And I think this young man, I think he's like 17 or something like that. Do we have the DM? Not that one. That's a cool tattoo, though. I'll get to that in a moment. There's a DM that someone sent to Phil Rowe talking shit to him. And I'm reading this, and I'm like, who's doing this? Looking sluggish as ever, little bro. I'd actually cook you on the feet, LOL. I'm 17. That's on God, 100, ONG. His response is great, though. I mean, he takes the time to actually write back to this jabroni. If I wanted to, I could come to your home, beat up your father in his home, take his wife, your mom, play your PlayStation, then make you do chores all day. It's just weird to talk to fighters like that. We just showed an amazing tweet here from a young man who is apparently a big fan of all things uncrowned. He got an uncrowned tat
Yeah.
on his neck, behind his ear. Best podcast out there.
I wonder
Shout
if
out
you got
to
it on Friday.
Hey, Frank, I'm trying to give a shout out to this guy, for fuck's sake. Clay Warford. Shout out to Clay Warford. Best podcast out there. Now, what do you want to say, Frank? Go ahead.
Well, let's just get ahead of this. Frank was discussing something about a PNG, telling me that the P in PNG stands for Pixar, but it doesn't. And then you called for the troll thing.
Oh.
And just
We're back to
Frank.
like,
And then he,
DM for
and then
Phil
he
Rowe.
jumps in.
Frank's
here.
like, the P in PNG stands for, or like the DM, They're like, yeah.
In actuality, it was apologizing. for the
PN.
misinformation.
And then Frank
Anyway.
jumps in front of you.
So, like,
and
I'm
cuts you
trying
off.
to steer a ship here, and Frank is telling you guys to take a left turn.
Yeah, Frank's famous.
We were
last-
also, is it Grounds
There he
or
goes again.
Grinds, and where's the best place to get coffee in the office?
Wow.
famous
Everyone's
last
locked
line
in.
from Frank.
But
is,
my question before
just wait, guys. This is going to be so good.
no
and then
was,
it's
did
never
the
good.
guy
It's never
get the
good.
tattoo on Friday the 13th? Because I was trying to get everyone to go get tattoos on Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th to you, is that a good day or a bad
it's
day?
It's almost a tradition with tattoo shops. So you could get a $13 tattoo. It's usually what they call trash, which is like the ones that are up on the wall. You're just like, I want that one. And they'll do it for you. But I'm like, if we have become trash on a tattoo parlor somewhere, that'd be awesome.
Sounds like the tattoos that you get.
Absolutely.
No, I'm kidding. 613 was a big day. You know why? Because there are 613 good deeds in the Bible. And so June 13th was 613. It was a sign from the heavens, Frank. Do you get it?
I get it.
So you should have gotten a tattoo that said 613 to show that you are one of the righteous ones, that you are a mensch.
Well, next time.
Did you get it?
I get it.
No. Did you get the tattoo?
Did not get the tattoo.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Well,
shout out
Shaheen
to
Al Shadi is in the chat asking group trip for ear tats, fellas. Frank,
See?
and Connor.
He knows his own.
I don't know if I could do it, guys.
Yeah, I'll be back.
You're gonna have to. Behind the ear, nobody will see it.
Nah,
You think so?
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for the offer.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Actually, I can't. I don't know if I could get buried in a cemetery with a tattoo.
You could go right outside the cemetery.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point. Just like get buried.
We'll have like
On
a
the sidewalk?
headstone for you that says, "If you'd like to see Ariel, it's across the street."
If you'd like to pay your respects. Well, that was great. Shout out to Clay. Shout out to Clay. Thank you very much for that. If that is real, I don't know. Is it AI? Is it Photoshop? What is it? It's real.
It looks real.
All right. Appreciate that very much. Very, very kind of him. Matter of seconds, we're going to be joined by a very special guest, someone who, dare I say, consider a part of the family here at the Uncrowned HQ, Ariel Helwani Show, whatever you want to call us. She has been by our side, and I'd like to think we have been by her side as well. I really appreciate her coming on and talking to us. And I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, her first chat since 2 Saturdays ago in Newark, UFC 316. It has come and gone, and the Venezuelan vixen, Julianna Peña, is here to talk to us. Hello, Julianna. You look fantastic. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? I am great, minus all things considered.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that you're doing great, minus all things considered. Could I, first of all, thank you, honestly, sincerely, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I do think this is your first chat, unless I missed something else.
No, this is the first one and the only one.
I appreciate that even more. What has life been like since 2 Saturdays ago for you?
Depressing, maybe. But otherwise, I must be growing up, I think, because I feel like I took this one better than all the rest. That's for sure. I definitely was bummed, but I must be growing up because I'm like, oh man, live to fight another day. It's all good. Life isn't over. Weird.
Wow. And so like 5 years ago, completely different reaction?
I would have already thrown myself in front of a bus. 5
No,
years ago.
stop.
Yes. I am way too competitive for my own good sometimes. Yes.
And so what do you think it is? Is it just you're getting older or you have other things in life, better perspective?
I'm I'm getting older. Yeah, I would say, obviously getting closer in relationship with Christ is a big one. Getting older, having a daughter, not wanting to have like that, what is it called? Bad sportsmanship or poor attitude to show her. And then just overall, being blessed and grateful for the things that I have. I got a roof over my head and clothes on my back. I'm able to support me and my daughter and give her a life that I could only dream about as a kid. So, I'm still standing and life is all about perspective.
So I have to say, I mean, I think you exemplified that in the immediate aftermath. Like that's seconds after the fight, the way in which you embraced. I think you shared a prayer with her. She shared one with you. Like you did not show any negative attitude or unsportsmanlike behavior. Like, look at this scene. This was beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I think that for me, again, I am just grateful and blessed to be able to do what I love on a daily basis. Fighting in MMA, it truly sets my heart on fire. It's something that I'm very passionate about, and at the end of the day, it's all a sport, and it's just something that I do for a living. It's a weird thing. It's not a typical job that most people would do or say that they want to do for a living. But when you put so much into it and when you work so hard, you can only say, hey, good job. You get them next time. And you played a great game, So it's not anything, no ill will or bad sportsmanship on my end. I've been competing for a long time. And I think that, the best thing that you can do is just tip your hat and tell the person that they did a great job. And if they're as close to Jesus as you are, you share a prayer. So that was a special moment.
Could I ask, what did you say to her in that moment specifically?
I prayed for her. I thanked God for the opportunity. I thanked God for getting me out of bed and for motivating me and for her motivating me to get out of bed. I prayed for her reign and for her children and the fact that God has placed her into those children's lives to better their lives and to take them out of a hard situation. And that is, it takes a special person to be able to take on that burden. And I know they're not a burden. I don't mean it like that, but to take on and to carry that cross for children that are not her own and for adopting them as her own. So, just a little nice prayer that we shared and it was all sincere.
I love that and says a lot about you to do that in the moment. Could I ask, has your level of respect changed for her since fighting her? Has it evolved, or some of the things is that all just part of the promotion, or did you feel that way about her?
I felt that way about her. There's some of the things that I absolutely still feel about her. But with that being said, yes, it is a sport, and yes, there are some things that are said to lead up to a fight, which I stand by everything that I said. However, again, it's just one of those things where you can share the octagon, share that time, and just kind of be ultimately grateful for the time spent, and so it's. I forgot the first part of your question, but yeah, no, it's definitely a part of the sport, I believe, to be able to find something that fuels you to get you to get up there and muster up the courage to get locked inside that octagon. That's definitely a truth.
So you said there are some things that I still feel about her. What are the things that you still feel about her? What are you referring to there?
There was so many instances with people talking to me about her, knowing her from a personal experience, that had written to me or talked to me in person and about her. And I mean, maybe she just rubbed like 8 different people the wrong way, maybe, but I think that there's probably some truth to that, with the way that she, treated those people. So,
wow. So you had people like sending you messages, DMing you, emailing you, whatever, and saying, I hope you
Or people that dealt with her on a personal basis too, like in person, so it wasn't just the DMs that I was receiving. It was actually people that have like come in contact with her, worked with her, known her, dealt with her in passing, whether it was equipment guys, just people in general around the entire camp that were just like, kill this broad, we do not like her. So I think that some of those things were probably, they had to have been true in some facet. But you know what? Here's the flip side to that. Maybe there's people writing her about me and what a, BZ I am. So you never know. There's two sides to every story. Somewhere in the middle lies the truth.
How are you feeling from a confidence level going into this fight? It was well documented that you were an underdog, and it was rare to be that kind of an underdog as a champion. How were you feeling, though, as you were preparing for the fight?
Not great. And as you know, and a lot of people kind of flip me crap for this, I've been doing this since 2008. I think I have dislocated, broken, and torn every ligament in my body. I was plagued with several injuries leading up to that fight, and it was not a good camp for me in that sense, because I knew that I was going into the fight with a pretty severe handicap.
So bad that you thought about not fighting?
It crossed my mind, but it was not bad enough to the point where I would have to not fight, because I knew I was going to be able to push through. But I think it's a funny thing that my coaches probably didn't explain the severity of the situation to me, because otherwise I probably would have thought more heavily on not competing.
Do you regret competing?
No, I don't. I don't regret competing. I put in too much time. I've taken away too much time from other people, from my daughter, from my coaches, from their families. So I don't regret competing. No. I just wish that I could have competed under better circumstances.
Could I ask specifically, what are you referring to? What were you dealing with?
Sure. So in about the second week of May, I want to say I broke my thumb on my training partner, and it was swollen. It looked like somebody had hit me in the hand with a hammer. And it was really difficult to grip. It still is right now, very difficult to grip, and to have grip strength. So that was a big one. But then about a week and a half after that, I took a really bad, no, not a week and a half after that, the 29th of May, I took a really bad fall in the octagon, and I tore my elbow and broke off like a ton of bone chips, so that I wasn't able to straighten my arm or bend my arm fully. And so I worked on that for a few days before I left to fight week. But every day it was just worse and worse and worse. And it looked like somebody whacked me in the back of the elbow with a baseball bat. It was just so swollen. And the MRI, the X-rays showed a tear, and it showed a lot of bone chips in the back of that. So I got, going into a fight 10 days out after having a tear like that, and all those bone chips, and, just having the wear and tear from the golfer's elbow and the cauliflower elbow on both sides. It's just excruciating. And it's very painful. It's hard to throw a punch. It's hard to extend. It's hard to grip. It's hard to bend. And it's just all around very painful. And I'm having surgery for that in July, and I'm going to clean that up. So looking forward to getting that done. But I remember a long time ago, I don't know if I was on The Ultimate Fighter, Ronda Rousey said, you have to be able to perform and be your best on your worst day. And that just kept, carrying me through fight week, where I was just thinking, I still have to be able to perform. I still have to be able to perform. No matter what. And so it doesn't matter, because you're going to get locked inside that octagon anyways. And so I think, knowing that I was going into the fight with that big of a handicap definitely sucked. But then lo and behold, that's actually the same arm that she isolated and was able to Kimura. So I had no strength to be able to fight that. And then hot dog it with 5 seconds left in the round. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing and it sucks. But like I said, oh well, live to fight another day.
It's interesting that you use the word humiliating and embarrassing. You are fighting at the absolute highest level of the sport. Like,
Right.
in like the Indiana Pacers losing to the Thunder last night is not humiliating. They just lost to another team at their level. You lost to a two-time Olympic gold medalist. I know none of this means anything to you. That's not embarrassing. That's not humiliating. That's sports. That's athletic. Why do you put it in that bucket?
Well, because I was trying to do this move, this jujitsu sweep that I thought was going to work, and it ended up getting me in deeper in the hole, and it just made my arm even easier to isolate. And I think that by me trying to do that move, it cost me everything. And if I could have just held on for 5 more seconds, that would have been great. But then we would have been having me in a discussion about a whole different type of a surgery. But with that being said, 5 seconds left on the bell, and the fight and my perception going the way that I thought that it was going to go, going the way that I had trained for. I think in this fight camp, it was like tap into her gas tank, tap into her gas tank, tap into her gas tank. And so for fight camp, I'm getting taken down round 1, I'm getting taken down round 2, no problem. In round 3, everybody's gassed, everybody can't keep the pace, everybody's getting choked, everybody's being submitted. So going into that fight and being round 2 with minimal damage, I was like, this is going exactly the way that I thought it was going to. This is perfect. Everything is going exactly how I thought. And so I was relatively happy with the way that things were going. So for it to just go completely off the rails with 5 seconds left to go, I mean, it's just absolutely humiliating. It sucks. It really, really, really sucks.
Were you aware, did you hear the clapper? Were you aware that you were approaching the end of the round?
I think I might have been, but still, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
Kimura is a power move, and she's so strong, physically, and it was already, too late. There was nothing I could have done. Like I said, I screwed up going for that move, and when they say, and if anybody's listening, that this is a game of inches, it couldn't be more true. This game is a game of inches, and 1 inch will cost you everything.
I was going to ask about that because even as you guys moved closer to each other in the middle of the cage at the beginning of the fight, you could tell there's a size difference there. You could tell that she is bigger than you. Could you feel that as well? Did you feel like you were fighting someone who was a weight class above you?
Honestly, no. I felt her strength, and it wasn't some oh my gosh, like Amanda 1, not strong, okay, strong, but not the strongest that I felt. Amanda 2 was like another level of strength, and she did not feel stronger than that. So it was just her technique with her takedowns are just so much better than a lot of the women that I have faced. And so I think that her technique is what made her so strong, and it just proved that it's hard to get a big girl like that off of you. But I felt like I could have done it if I would have just not gone for that move. It's just everything is by a hair. So to answer your question, no, it didn't feel like that in the clinch, that she was just some Hercules that I've never felt before.
Okay. This was your second title reign, so you've done more than most people could ever dream of. Does it make it a little less, if you would have made it all the way to the belt and not won the belt, not gotten over the hump, that would be devastating. Because you've already tasted, I'm sure you wanted to win, I know you wanted to win, but because you've accomplished ultimately the goal twice of every MMA fighter, every combat sports athlete, does it make it easier to deal with moments like this in your life?
Yes, but it's not satisfying in any way because I goofed again for the second time, and I wasn't able to hold on to the belt for the second time. So if anything, it's just a big chip in my mental state, I guess, for not being able to defend again. But who knows? Pena 3 times sounds good too. Maybe I'll, get the belt again. That would be the best case scenario, and then I'll go defend it again. And what if I just mess it up the third time? I don't know. Third time's a charm. We'll see.
You did post afterwards that you were calling dibs on the winner of her versus Amanda Nunes. Do you feel like that's going to play out in your favor? Do you feel like you will get the winner of that fight?
Well, Amanda and I were 1-1, and I still feel like there's some unfinished business there. And Kayla, I would love to compete against again with a camp where, I'm not going in there like a bag of bones trying to put them together with duct tape. So that would be best case scenario. But I'll definitely be there cage side watching them do their thing when they get ready to go for sure. I'm curious.
I couldn't help but notice in that moment how you were feeling, because you were the first one. You were the only one at the beginning saying, like, she's not really retiring. She's going to come back, all this stuff and more. You said it from the moment she did retire. And so there she is in the cage, just as you fight and facing off against someone else. You were probably thinking of a million different things, but at any point did you allow yourself to digest that? And if so, what did you think of that whole scene afterwards?
Yeah, no, I was just more so being like, cool, I want the winner of this. That'd be great. Cause now that I've fought in them both, I have, firsthand experience. But then also I was like, man, I really want to get out of this octagon, but they kept telling me that Joe wanted to interview me and that I can't leave because Joe is wanting to do an interview. And so I'm just sitting here like, I want to leave and I don't care about this right now. And I really want to go. And they're like, no, you can't leave. You have to stay. So I'm just sitting there just like watching it like, okay, is it over? Can Joe interview me so I can get out of here? And then as soon as Joe was done doing their little face-off thing, they're like, cut. And they turned off the lights and he was like, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to interview you. And I'm just like, can somebody just like, we got to keep this thing turning. You know what I mean? Like I should have just left a long time ago when I wanted to. So it was just for me more irritating than anything. Cause at that moment I could have cared less about their little, drama show.
Sure. By the way, was your daughter there?
No.
Okay.
No, she wasn't there. I think it was easier when she was a baby to bring her along, and it was a nice distraction. But kids are very needy, especially at this age where they want your attention and they are don't care about anything except for what they want to do. And I like maybe you do sometimes, and sometimes I take her like I have in the past. But like, do you bring your kids to work every day, Ariel?
No.
No. So that's kind of the mindset that I have.
I get that.
I don't bring my kids to work.
I don't know how I saw some fighters like they'll sleep in the same hotel room as their kids, and I feel like that's probably very stressful.
Well, and I did that when she was still like when I came back and fought Nico Montano. I mean, I think I was still breastfeeding at that time. Like she was definitely in bed with me when I won my world title. She was there when I fought Amanda. She was, squaring up right behind my back. I know that she watches and that she's, of course, very supportive. But this is a place of business, and this is a place where I come to go to war, quite literally. It's very violent, and sometimes I don't know that that's the best place for a little girl.
What I was just curious, like, how does she process this? What does she say to you when you come back?
She was so sweet. She just kept telling me how proud of me she was, and that I did great, and I just am so hard to be like, oh, thanks, I appreciate it when you don't feel that good about yourself. So it sucked, but she was just like, I have the world's best mommy, and I'm so proud of you, and you did great, and so I think for her, by maybe me being and doing great, she means like, you don't have a cut on your forehead and you don't have a black eye. Like you did amazing, because she doesn't want to see me like that. And she has expressed to me many times, unfortunately, that she wants me to find a different job and to do something else, So she just, doesn't want me to get hurt, and I recognize that that's the place that it's coming from, is she's just very cautious of me and not wanting to see me banged up. And so her not seeing me banged up, she was like, that's a win.
Is there any part of you that wants to move on from all of this? It obviously affects you, and that's a byproduct of the passion that you have for it all. But because you've been around the game a long time, it's taking a toll on your body. You're a mom. Is there any part of you that is thinking about maybe not doing this anymore?
Maybe in that moment when I lost, I said some things, but I can tell you that they're fleeting, because I don't want to do anything else. Fighting has been so much a part of my life that, golly, I can't even imagine. I mean, it's been a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and I'm sitting here like, what am I supposed to do now, with the rest of my time? I mean, obviously I'm going to Disney World. I'm going on a vacation, so that's definitely one thing. But after that, it's uh, I I have a lot of things to consider, Ariel, and they will all come after my surgery and my healing stage. But after healing, I've proven that you can tear 4 out of 5 ligaments in your knee and still win and compete at the highest level. I've proven that I can tear my other knee out and still come back and compete at the highest level. I have proven that I can dislocate my elbows and still come back at the highest level. So I've broken it all. I've torn it all. There's really not anything that I don't think that I couldn't come back from. And so this is just a part of the game. This is from years of wear and tear on my body, and I'll be able to come back and feel better, which is an exciting thing, because if I'm fighting with 2 arms, you girls better watch out.
What kind of timetable are you looking at here? So you said surgery in July, and is that on the elbow or the shoulder?
That's the elbow. And then there's some other surgeries, another surgery that I'm going to have to get that I don't really feel like disclosing at this time, but
Okay.
that one is also directly after. So I have 2 surgeries that I need to take care of, and then after that, I'll be in good shape. If they approve me for the second surgery, supposedly it's only a 6-week recovery time, and obviously I would be very much easing into that. So 6 weeks recovery for both surgeries, and then I'll be able to get back into training and live to fight another day.
I was wondering, before we found out about all this, I was wondering if you'd say like, oh, I want to fight on that Chicago card, because I know that's one that's been top of mind, but that's not going to happen, right?
No, unfortunately, I am just going to be a spectator.
Okay. And as far as, can I just ask, just because you know that Amanda and Kayla, who do you think wins?
I don't care. I don't know.
Who do you
I
want
don't
to win?
care.
Like, so it works out for you.
Amanda, obviously. Amanda, and I think that she probably more than likely will, but I think she more than likely will. But I really don't care. I'm just there to eat my popcorn and watch the show.
Can I ask you a question that I think, and I'll let you go in a moment, I promise, and thank you for doing this. And I have to say, it's hard to see you, it's hard to see you so upset. No one likes to see that because you guys give it your all. I think you're an incredibly entertaining fighter. I think you get it. You sell fights. You cut promos. Like, I don't understand the heat that you get. And I know that sometimes you lean into it, and that's what makes you smart. But does it ever annoy you? Does it ever bother you? Do you wish that you could be like, oh, I want everyone to love me, or are you okay with the relationship that you have with the fan base?
I tried that. I tried the America's Sweetheart Girl Next Door, and it wasn't working for me. So I think that, when you just realize, and Cat Williams plays into my head a lot on this, because he's like, if you got 10 haters by the summertime, you need to figure out how to get to 20 haters by the end of summer, it doesn't bother me. These people are, doing, I don't want to say they're not doing anything with their lives, but for me, whether you love me or hate me, as long as you're invested in my failures or my successes, I think that that's the only thing that really matters. And so my message to those people are, I'm sorry. I hope to do better next time. I truly give it everything that I have. And if there is a way that I can make it up to you, I think I know what that way is, and it's by winning. And when I win, and maybe they will, have a softer heart for me, and maybe they'll still hate me. That's okay. But at the end of the day, the people that are in my life that love me for me are the ones that I care about. And as long as I'm a good person to those people, then again, that's all I care about. And I don't know, very many occasions where I haven't been nice and good to even perfect strangers. I think that I'm pretty respectful and easy to get along with the majority of people that I come in contact with. And I think it's funny that most of these people that give me all this heat online would more than likely never say it to my face. But I would encourage them to, if they were ever to come across me in person, and let's talk about it. Maybe I can sway their opinion in real life. But these keyboard warriors or these people that are chirping at me, I do not pay mind to. In fact, I don't read the comments, and I don't get into it with them too much because I just don't care. I really don't.
Not for nothing, you sold the hell out of the fight. It was entertaining. It was my most anticipated fight of the first half of the year. And I have to say, the fight night fit, if you will, it was June, but to show up like that, like a boss lady out of the Sopranos with the fur coat, I mean, that's big time stuff. Well done.
Forget about it. What do you know? What do you say? Did you like the mob wife?
Yes, it was a great
vibe?
look. It was a great look.
The Peña Power is a whole vibe. I'm a vibe, and that was so fitting for me because I know that the show was filmed in Newark, and I was a first time fan. I never saw The Sopranos before, so after watching it, I was like, I have to do this.
Well done. I appreciate you coming on. I know it's not easy, and I know part of you probably didn't want to talk. So thank you very much, and congratulations on another great run, on selling a great fight, on going in there against one of the best fighters in the world. We look forward to the comeback, which will be greater than the setback, as they say. Good luck with the surgeries. Enjoy your vacation, Julianna. And if nothing else, let it be known that we love you here on the program, and you'll always have a home here. So forget everyone else. This is all that matters. This right here.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tell the boys I said hi, and I appreciate the time, Ariel, as always.
Thank you, Julianna. All the best. There she is, the Venezuelan vixen, Julianna Peña, kind enough to join us. A tough one, an emotional one, but she shall be back, and I do think that she deserves a lot of respect and love. She is a fighter through and through. She has been through a lot in her personal life. She has overcome injuries, setbacks, all kinds of things. And so, this is, to me, a Hall of Famer. Two-time champion. That is Hall of Fame worthy stuff. And like I said, I appreciate her coming on. Another individual who is a future Hall of Famer and a two-time champion in her own right was victorious this past Saturday in Atlanta, picking up a win over a former training partner of hers, Miranda Maverick, very much back on track in the flyweight division. She is the one and only Thug Rose Namajunas, and she is kind enough to join us here and now on the program. Hello, Rose. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
It's good to have you back on. Congratulations on the win. A couple days ago, a couple marks on the face, but overall, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great. Caught up on some sleep, nothing better than getting your hand raised, and also being healthy too. Yeah, I had couple little scratches and things, but nothing serious. So I can't be happier.
Caught up on maybe some gardening as well. You got back to that?
Yeah, I know. Man, we came back and everything exploded. It was like, all the good stuff and all the weeds too and everything. So it was just a jungle. And I spent pretty much like half a day just organizing everything. And I kind of needed to redo some things. So I'm happy now to just kind of have a little bit of that off my shoulders so I can kind of, I guess just, just be the warrior in the garden right now.
Sure. I love that. By the way, congratulations on the radish that we just showed, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, my first little radish, for the season. Yeah, they were really good too. They're called like French breakfast radishes, so they're like a little longer, but like super juicy, super delicious, and I love them.
Are you still working with the bees and the honey and all that stuff?
Yeah, I am, and the guy that gave me the bees, and I actually just hit him up because like the whole training camp, the bees, I think the queen is kind of old, so like the hive wasn't really expanding as much as I think it should be. So I'm gonna see what we can do about that, because at this rate they should be bigger, but they're not doing bad. It's just I think the queen isn't laying as much as she should be. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out soon.
We have a guy who works on our show here, Brad. He's a cameraman. He too has a whole hive and he grows his own.
Oh, nice.
But he showed up last week with a massive black eye. The bee stung him in the eyelid.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Has that ever happened?
He should be wearing his. You got to wear his thing, man.
I'm assuming that's never happened to you.
Well, so I did get stung a couple times, and I wear my full bee suit now. I mean, I always wore the bee suit, but when I first started, I didn't really like wearing gloves because, just messing around with like the frames and the propolis, and it gets so sticky that like it's just easier to like grab it with your fingers. But one time I got stung on my thumb, nothing happened, and then the next week, or the next check, I should say, which was like 10 days later, I got stung in pretty much the same spot, and my whole hand swelled up, so I couldn't punch for like a good week. And so I think it was just a buildup of like the previous thing, And so I was like, I can't afford to have anything swell up, so I'm gonna be covered from head to toe from now on, as long as I need to be able to punch or do anything really.
I mentioned it when I introduced you, and it was talked about a lot. In the build-up to the fight, former training partner in Walda. Like, how did you feel about this matchup? Would you have preferred not to fight her, or was that made out to be a bigger thing than it was?
No, I definitely didn't prefer to have her as a fight. I mean, looking back in hindsight, I think she, like, what she presents and brings to the table, I think it was great for me just to, like, I guess just work on beating that style. And so, so that was good. But as far as like, fighting down in the rankings for one, two, for us training together for so long. It's not like I have a problem with fighting somebody that I have trained with or no. It's just you just don't prefer to do that, So, So it just kind of happened that way, and I was preferring to fight somebody above me in the rankings, but I understand, like, I also felt for her in a sense too, because the last few fights that she had, she was fighting constantly people that were like unranked or somebody below her. So I wanted to give her that opportunity, but I think just being training partners in a sense, it was kind of strange,
When was the last time you trained together?
The last time we trained together was during it was after the Aaron Blanchfield fight. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, wow. So very recently.
Yeah.
Wow.
We wrestled together. It wasn't like for the Aaron Blanchfield fight, we did train together quite often. And then there was like a break after that because she had, it was after that fight. They called me in to, they needed help with some rounds. So, I came in and gave her some rounds after that fight.
Wow. Would you be open to training with her again?
I mean, if she wants to come, I don't know necessarily, if she wants to come into the gym, she's always welcome. You know what I mean? I'm always, the door's always open for anybody that wants to get rounds.
Okay. Overall, were you happy with your performance?
Yes. Yeah, I was. There was things obviously that could have been better or that, can always be better. I already kind of know little things that I should have did or like things to work on from going forward, little details. But overall, I don't know. I don't understand how anybody could give her, more than possibly one round, which during the fight, I thought initially that the first round was mine, like clearly, but when I watched it back, I thought the first round was I could see how somebody might want to give that to her, even though I still don't think she won that round, but I'm saying like I could see maybe somebody else's perspective in that sense, but I don't see how during the fight, I thought to myself, maybe she got the second round because she had me in that arm triangle, but thinking like, even though in my mind I had her just as much trouble with my rear naked choke, that maybe because people couldn't really see it as much, like, um, and then that was the last thing that people thought about was the arm triangle. Because I was so dominant for the entire round that it finished off that way. Maybe that's why people thought like somebody might have thought like the second round. So in my head, I thought maybe, okay, first round's mine, second round maybe could be hers. And then I'm like, it basically come down to this last round. And I still was gonna try to, I still was looking for the finish the entire fight. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to decision, but and I'm the first one to also admit if I feel like I lost a fight, even if it was a close fight or whatever. And anytime it's close, you kind of can't really get too upset with the result. But I just don't see how you could even say she would win 2 rounds. You know what I mean? Like I would say if anybody wants to make an argument, maybe the first. But you don't win a round just by getting a reversal and a sub attempt the last 20 seconds of a round. Because before that, like she was getting bopped up, I took her down. I had her in a submission, so we had sub for sub. So anyway, I didn't mean to make this a whole.
No.
You know what I mean? But I did see, I don't pay attention too much all the time, like what people are saying, but I did kind of see some people like, it's just so weird to me. Like, I feel like my brain is so opposite from like how normal people think. Like, a lot of people were telling me that they thought that I won the Aaron Blanchfield fight, which I know it was close and I could see how maybe somebody could make that case, but I didn't feel like I won.
Wow.
I felt like I kind of gave it away, like kind of just in my soul, I just kind of, took that sigh of relief not that sigh of relief, but that just kind of, you just kind of acceptance of maybe a bad position or something like that. So to me, that's where I felt like I lost. And I also, there's other fights where, or like, for example, when I got dropped on my head by Andrade, everybody's like, oh, it's a fluke. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. What are you talking about? I got knocked out. Like, so it's just, but then on the flip side, there's certain fights where I'm like, like the rematch with Weili, there's some people that thought, oh, Weili really won that fight. It's like, dude, like that was a really close fight, but she ended up on her back the last round of that 5-round fight and was not trying to get back up. Like I felt her take that feeling of that same like acceptance feeling that I talked about in Aaron Blanchfield. I felt that on the flip side with her. So those are the things that I think about as a martial artist. I don't necessarily go like, I don't look at like the points necessarily all the time, but I do take that in consideration. But I always think about it too, like, okay, if this also, what is the story of this fight? What is after this fight? Who do I feel like won if this fight were to continue on? You know what I mean? And I know that's not like judging criteria, but I kind of do think about that sometimes too. And I guarantee you, if that was a no time limit fight, I'm never getting tired. You know what I mean? Like within this last one. So anyway, didn't mean to rant about all that stuff, but that's just kind of some of the, I guess, the thought process that I go through.
Well, I thought it was a great performance. I thought you looked great. I thought it was very easy to determine that you won. But then in the immediate aftermath, you did mention the night before and the morning of the fight that you were sort of battling some stuff. Can I ask about that? What was going on?
Nothing like abnormal. I just, very normal, like pre-fight nerves.
Okay.
It's just weird because I didn't really have much of it leading up to the fight. I usually have way more like, I don't know, emotional, mental breakdowns leading up to the fight. Yeah. I think all fighters
but
do.
more than, so this was actually not out of the ordinary at all.
No. And yeah, if you don't have them, like, I guess nervous moments, that you just got to turn it into excitement So, but if you don't feel that, I think that's something, unless you're like psycho, I think something that you ain't like, your body needs to get ready, because you're putting yourself, everybody has a chance. Everybody, no matter how much, you prepare and things like that, and you're ready, it's like, anything can happen. So you hope for the best result, but I think giving it into God's hands and just kind of letting go of that and not trying to instill my will and just kind of just doing my best and kind of being content with that. That's like the hardest part. But once you do that, then you can just kind of be free to perform.
And I'm sure by now, like, this is all old hat for you. I mean, you've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Countless
It's just
times.
it never truly goes away, or at least it hasn't. And I think the day that it does is when it really gets dangerous, or at least it becomes, like, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine, maybe there's a 1% of fighters that it just goes away, or they just have like hundreds of fights and it is just another day in the office. But I mean, it's weird because we make it bigger than what it is, but then it's also like a really big moment too. Like, it's both at the same time, like there's everybody watching, and it's this whole thing, and your whole trajectory of your life one moment can dictate where you go in life, but then it also is just a moment. And at the end of the day, the people that love you and the people that are there for you are going to still be there regardless. So it's just kind of like putting all those things into perspective, but you care, so you want to do your best. And I think some of the things that maybe were popping up for me was like past regret, past mistakes that I made. Like, am I going to do that thing where I like just, I don't know, like, am I not like going to quit, but am I going to kind of quit? You know what I mean? Like, am I going to get to that crossroads and just be like, you got me, or whatever? I don't know. You know what I mean? So, and it's like, we're human, like it can happen. And you never really know until you're there.
I find all of this to be so fascinating, the mental side of the game, because for 15 minutes, like, people don't realize what those 5 minutes are like, what a round is like, and how exhausting it is. And you're put on display, and you have to like build up 3-4 months just to get to this 15 minutes. And one mistake changes everything, your trajectory. And now you go to the back of the line, and you're built like, there's so much freaking pressure on you guys. I do not envy you. I do not envy you at all. And the only reason I brought that up, of course, I know, I've talked to the likes of GSP who have told me like he would throw up before walking out, before Burt Watson would come into his room. And so, I mean, and that's the creme de la creme, and you are in that category as well. I just wonder, like, at this point, what's the motivation at this point in your life and in your career? Why do you keep doing this? What keeps you going?
Yeah, definitely that flyweight belt for sure.
You care about that, because I feel like there was a time where like you didn't really want the belt or care about the belt. Why is that the thing?
Well, it's not that I didn't ever care about the belt. I mean, what drove me it don't identify me. Like, if I don't get there, then I'm not gonna like think less of myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a child of God, and that's what identifies me. Mm-hmm. I'm saved by the blood of Jesus. Like, there's nothing in this world materialistic that can make me change who I am, or make me act different, or make me treat people differently, or look at myself differently. Like, so winning and losing doesn't define any of us. And so that's the whole message of why I said what I said when I first became champ, is because it's like I could just see this culture of like idolization of this belt and this materialistic thing. Like, obviously there's an achievement that you overcome yourself and the demons that's in your head that's trying to tell you all these negative things and trying to provoke fear and control you, and you overcome that and you surpass that, and you're not afraid. Like, you're courageous in front of danger, and it's all about like also congratulating your opponent regardless of what happens afterward. Like, we can hug each other and it'd be fine. Like, who cares? We're all here to like come here and be inspired, and hopefully we can go home and just be with our families at the end of the day and not be too messed up. You know what I mean? But so that's why it's not that I don't want to have that achievement of see if I can do it. You know what I mean? But if I can't, or if it's not meant to be, then I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my gosh, like I'm worthless. You know what I mean?
So how far away do you think you've won 3 of 4? That's a big win there. How far away do you think you are from the belt?
I'd say one more win.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. You know what I
Sure,
mean? That's just
of course.
my thoughts.
It's a lot of things that come into play. I saw you mention
Yeah.
Grasso and some other names. That's the one that stood out to me as one that made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You would get really close. If Valentina is still the champ, speaking of training partners, that's someone you know and I think have admiration and respect for. What do you think
Yeah.
that would be like if it ever happened where you'd have to fight her? Would that be weird?
It would definitely be weird. I like her too much, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like, I mean, we did also, like I said, I'm not opposed to fighting people that I've trained with before. But it's not something that like it would definitely be bittersweet because on the one hand, like as a martial artist fan and mixed martial artist fan, like she's somebody that I really look up to and is somebody that I never want to see lose. You know what I mean? But if I was matched up against her, it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do my best, and I want to give her also because I know how real of a martial artist she is, and she wants to test herself. She wants to be pushed to the limit, and so it would kind of be that weird thing, but and we just have to embrace it. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it would be bitter in that sense, but then it would also be sweet in the sense of I get to test myself against the bullet. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just I guess, and yeah, I don't know.
It does sound like we're getting her versus Zhang next, maybe.
Okay.
How do you feel about that when you know her? Obviously, you know Zhang Weili very well as well. How do you think that plays out?
I lean towards Valentina in that one. I mean, I think that Valentina or Weili has definitely grown a lot and she's gotten better. So I do think that she can she's really strong for her size too, so I don't think she would have to necessarily, and she could try to use maybe her speed to her advantage or something like that, but I don't know. I just see Valentina's grappling being better. I also see I don't know. It's I definitely lean towards Valentina on that one though.
Georgia is one of the few states that actually releases the purses after the events. Some states will release sort of like, well, they'll either not release or they'll put out fake numbers and things like that. I think Georgia does it on the up and up, and it's it's fascinating to watch, but I or to read about and to look at from this perspective. But how do you feel about how much you're earning getting out there and that allows people to comment on who's getting what?
Man, yeah, it definitely was an interesting thing. I didn't know that. I always remember them releasing like bogus numbers,
Yeah,
and
yes.
fake numbers, like for the longest time. But I'm gonna be honest, it was accurate this time, at least for me. I don't know about everybody else, but so I don't know. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean?
Does it bother you?
No, only because I'm actually very proud of what I've worked up to at this point because there's a lot of patience for a long period of time, and I think it's just nice to know that I feel like there's been many moments I feel like where I could have maybe been bitter or ungrateful. And there has been times in the past where I've just been kind of felt entitled to stuff, you know what I mean? And but I never really said anything about it or whatever. And I'm not even talking about money wise, just situations or just with people in general. And so I guess in a sense it's well, number one, I think it's a great testament to, my manager and things like that, and Brian and stuff. Like we have a long relationship, and there's been some kind of twists and turns, and it's just kind of cool to get back together and just kind of, I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
What you're trying to say is you freaking earned it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, you deserve even more than that. And so you should be proud.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And to me, it's like, I just feel like it's just nice to get to a point where it's like, okay, just letting other people do the talking. If other people think I deserve something, let them say it. Like, I'm not gonna be out here like, I need a title shot, or I need this, I need that, I deserve this, I deserve that. Yeah, like let my actions show that. And that's what I've been trying to do. Hopefully it's been showing that way. But I'd rather people like tell me what I am, as opposed to speak for me, I should say, than me go out and be like, man, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I say I'm the best, but I'm just trying to pump myself up.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
No, it's good. It's good to have someone in the trenches that you trust that can negotiate and do stuff. I know there was a period where you didn't have that, but I think if you have someone that you trust, it's a good thing to have to deal, to sort of be the good cop to your bad cop, or vice versa. The bad cop to your good cop would be more apropos.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see that. But like I said, if I'm being honest, I think you even deserve more than that, because you are a 2-time champion and a legend, and still very relevant in your weight class.
Thank you.
Could you chill on the jumping into the river with the dog, though? Because you still have some fights, and I feel like this is dangerous stuff. What's going on here? I mean, this isn't just like a jump in the lake here. This is scary stuff.
No, it's a fast river. But the thing is I know this river. This is our spot. We have a kind of a place that we go do ice baths in there, and just hang out and stuff. And so I do know the landscape a little bit. So I wouldn't just do that with any rushing river, obviously.
Okay.
And even like with my dogs and stuff, like Roscoe's a little bit, he's more like a puppy, so he doesn't really know. Like right after that, before the camera goes up, I like grab him by his neck and like pull him to the side, because he's not as good of a swimmer as like Mishka is. But all the snow melted at that point, so it's really high right now. It's at its highest point. So it was just funny, because we went out there. It was right before the fight, or leaving, and I needed to do my last ice bath. And I was like, I don't feel like doing it at home. Let's go out to the mountain. And so I stayed in there for like 6 minutes. But then like once I got out, I was like, man, I kind of want to jump in.
Wow.
Like just to get that little adrenaline spike, you know what I mean? And but then I was like, maybe I shouldn't. It is pretty it is pretty sketch right now. But then oh yeah. And well, anyway, so I just decided at the last second, I was like, no, I can't be scared of this.
And you did it, but try not to do it too often, because
no. I'm not really like a daredevil. Like I'm, we rebuke devils, but I'm just saying, like the expression. Yes. I'm not like an adrenaline junkie necessarily. I mean, there's time, but when every once in a while I'll get in the mood for doing something a little adventurous, and then I fully commit.
By the way, Mishka's still around?
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
amazing.
She's
how old is she now?
Yeah, she's going on 12.
Oh wow. I remember you showing up to like the media days and all that with her way back in the day.
Yeah, she's a little more sensitive to like loud, high pitched noises and stuff, so it's not as it would be hard for her. But yeah, she's still very like athletic and spry, and she gets in the ice, or she used to get in ice baths with me, but now she'll jump in the sauna with me and stuff. So she's still part of the team.
Also, by the way, I saw that you were on The Ultimate Fighter. What was it like being back?
That was cool. I mean, yeah, it definitely was different being at the PI. It kind of like, yeah, it was cool seeing Raquel and just kind of seeing everybody else be in that situation and stuff. But it definitely felt quite different than it just made me feel like, oh man, so much time has gone by.
It's a little bit of a different thing as opposed to like the warehouse back in the day where you were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was way more of a grungier feel.
Yes. But I thought that was cool. It's cool that they're bringing back some of the old champs. By the way, we were talking about the Beehive, and I'll let you go in a moment. This happened to our colleague, our cameraman's Beehive. So this is his home. Look at this.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, they love to eat the bees.
Look at that.
Oh no. Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
No, because we live in city limits, but I do have so our friend that has the river spot, he just got a beehive out there. He caught a swarm actually, and so now he's a new beekeeper for the first time. And there is bears and moose and all kinds of stuff out there. So yeah, so they say they say to get like a bear fence around it or something like that. But
okay, so it
looks like there's a fence right there.
Yes, look at this.
Oh wow, yeah.
They're going to town.
And you know what's funny is I was told that they're not even after the honey; they're after the bees. Like they eat the bees.
They eat the bees.
That's what I was told. I don't know how true that is, but that's somebody told me that.
Golly, and there's a third one coming in there. So I hope you guys aren't dealing with this. This is, I would move if this happened. I would just leave.
Yeah, no, definitely Colorado's a little crazy. And now they like release wolves out here too.
Oh,
so
dear.
I'm like, yeah, it's a little crazy in the mountains. So we in the city though.
All right. Well, stay safe. Congrats. Well done. And appreciate you coming on. As always, enjoy some time off here. Enjoy the gardening and all the stuff that comes with it. And looking forward to the next one. Thanks as always for the time, Rose.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, there she is, the great Thug Rose Namajunas, kind enough to join us. Always appreciate her time, and good to see her still doing her thing all these years later. And yes, she talked about the purses. I talked to them about it beforehand. It says 500,000. That's legit, and she deserves that. It's a 250 show/250 win bonus, but considering her time, considering what she's done, considering who she is, I would argue she deserves more than that. But that is good. I think she was, it's fascinating to see this, and some might say it's like, oh, you're getting to their personal business. I mean, like I always say, like we know what Kevin Durant makes to the penny. And so it does give you good insight into what these fighters really make. Buckley, Usman didn't have a win bonus. Like things like that, very interesting to me. But shout out to Rose, the highest paid fighter on the card. Shout out to Cody Garbrandt, got a nice little check as well. And shout out to Georgia for actually revealing these purses and not the fake numbers. I hate when people write about the fake numbers when they're very clearly fake. Oh, Islam Makhachev made $75K for the win over Dustin Poirier. I'm making that number up, but you get the point. Yeah. Silliness. Here's Nasruddin Imavov on Twitter saying, no backup anymore. Conditions have changed. You wanted to talk, son? I'm here. I'm going to break you. This, minutes after we just talked about it? Sending a message to Caio Borralho? Let's go. Put him on that card. That's the one. That's the fight. Make that the co-main. I want to see that fight. Bad. Real bad. As far as like non-title fights are concerned right now, that's high up there on the list. We do have an update on Ben Askren from his wife, Amy, who has done a great job, and I don't even know how, of updating us every couple of days. This is a message that she posted on her social media not too long ago. I haven't shared an update because Ben has been in limbo for a while, and I was hoping to have him wake up and be the one to decide to share. I've had some media people contact me that they're going to share an update, and I would rather it come from me. By the way, for the record, I'm not one of those. Ben is still on a ventilator, and ECMO to support him while he heals. There are good days and bad, but on the good, they have been able to wean his sedation enough for him to open his eyes and squeeze hands. His body can't handle coming off sedation too much yet. I'm still praying for a miracle with his current lungs, but they are currently starting the evaluation process for a lung transplant. Please pray for his continued healing, and if transplant is the solution, that he can get on the list quickly and easily. I know transplants are such a blessing, and I'm overwhelmed at the thought of him receiving a gift like that. No one would take better care of that gift than Ben. Thank you for every message and all the support. Despite this awful situation, I'm feeling so blessed by the community we're surrounded by. Give your loved ones a hug today and make sure you're prepared for situations like this. Ben is the healthiest guy I know, and I never could have expected this. Terrifying, shocking stuff. And again, we continue to send our best to Ben and, of course, his wife and his family, his kids, and all his friends and all his students. He means so much to so many people. He's a great guy who has done so much for so many others and has obviously had a tremendous athletic career, but that's not important right now. Just want to see him back out there and living life as he was not too long ago. Appreciate the update, and we are definitely going to continue to, send him our best and send them our love. That is very, very scary stuff. But hang in there, Ben. Keep fighting, and we are definitely thinking of you. We do have some super chats that we need to get to.
Super chats.
Before the hard out, 336 was the prediction.
Your prediction was 336?
Yes. What do we have,
Cosmo
Frankie?
Kramer, favorite Ice Cube song and movie?
Oh, wow. Thank you, Cosmo. I would imagine this is in reference to Ice Cube being on the special Fanatics Fest edition of the program on Friday, 3 p.m. at the Jacob Javits Center. The father of O'Shea Jackson Jr., who was on our show a couple months ago. I think the obvious one is just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kind of odd. No, just shot a triple-double, Seattle Supersonics. You know that one?
Shot a triple-double, huh?
Yeah. What do you say? I might mess around and catch a triple-double or something, He references the Supersonics in that one. That's what he says.
He does. Yes. No, he messed around and got a triple-double.
Yeah, it's a great song. By the way, Friday, one of the all-time great movies.
I think that's Ice Cube has a surprisingly, pretty good
incredible acting career.
IMDb.
Yeah.
But Friday for me.
Friday is legendary.
I feel like he's 21 Jump Street era. Connor is.
I was just gonna say he's not the main character, but 21 Jump Street.
I knew it.
Wait a second. But you've seen Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Friday is such a freaking great. Him and Chris Tucker.
Yeah, it's all time. 21 Jump Street is also great. Ride Along, Kevin Hart.
Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. He's
Jesus. Boys in the Hood.
Sneaky.
Ride Along 2.
Sneaky.
NWA. Yeah.
Three Kings.
Oh yeah.
Wahlberg,
Sneaky.
Clooney, Cube. I mean, come on, man.
Sneaky. Are we there yet?
Nia
Long.
By the way, he did have like a kids movie era, right?
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Was a kids movie, yeah.
Which was interesting because in the late
4.8
'80s
on IMDb.
In the late '80s, he was he was NWA. He was like F the Police.
The one that
coming straight from the underground.
Ever get mentioned, but Players Club. That's the one.
Oh wow, you guys go deep.
Barbershop.
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
Oh, there was a bunch of those, right?
Yeah. There was 2, Barbershop and then Barbershop, The Next Cut.
Yeah.
Triple X.
Oh wow.
Return of Xander Cage.
He was in Triple X?
He was in Triple X. Then he became Triple X in a later sequel.
Well, then the sequel to Are We There Yet? Are We Done Yet?
How many movies was this guy in?
He's been in a lot, man.
He's been
He's been cooking
as well, right?
Ninja Turtle.
The animated one.
Are We Done Yet? Actually topped Are We There Yet? Are We There Yet? 4.8 on IMDb. Are We Done Yet? 4.3.
Well, I'm excited. I don't know about you guys.
I can't wait. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Also, one of the all-time great voices.
Yes.
Just like one of the all-time great
Attitude.
faces, right?
Yeah.
He's just you talk about aura. Ice Cube has aura. Right?
Yeah.
Ghost of Mars, another great one.
Yeah.
Back in
Did that
2001.
thing that Mike Tyson and some others have been able to do. Started as hard dude, gangster, and then just became oh, that's Ice Cube. That's everybody's uncle. I love this guy.
Snoop,
I know this guy.
2 Degree.
Yeah, 100%.
He's an Anaconda too. God,
Oh,
this guy's a legend.
Anaconda's a classic.
This guy's a fucking legend.
He's the cameraman on the boat.
Yo, I actually loved Anaconda.
Me too.
It's a great premises for a movie.
Oh my god.
J-Lo and John Voight, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Legendary.
Owen
film.
Wilson.
I kind of
What?
Owen
Yeah,
Wilson.
Owen Wilson's.
Oh, I haven't seen it in
He's
20
Gary
years.
Dixon.
By the way, I kind of
my God.
sneakily saw Anaconda a bunch of times for some reason.
Ow.
I
don't
saw
know.
it
It's
100
on
times
FX
back then.
every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It must have been on. You know what? It was on TNT
Like
before basketball games, like a ton of times.
Or after. What else, Frank? What else?
Matt asked GC or the rest of the crew, you tapped into the College World Series? Bet on America's team, Coastal Carolina. I highly recommend. Very entertaining. Chance up.
Chance up.
Chance up, actually.
Chance up.
The Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina. Shout out.
Love it.
No, I'm not watching.
Okay.
Nah, I can't. Can barely even be bothered with the MLB. Nonetheless, the College World.
What about NBA Finals? Are we locked in?
Nope. No. I was at the gym at like 5:15 this morning, and they like rerun the
whole game.
And that's how I watched it.
You know it's early when they're replaying the entire game. Like
I watched the entire fourth quarter.
Not a bad fourth quarter. They cut it down to 2. 5:15 gym sesh, huh?
Yeah, it was only because I had a dentist this morning. I gotta get a filling on Thursday. My OG filling fell out.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's tough.
It is tough. What else, Frank? What else?
BJJ and D&D. Sami Zayn said on Raw last night that after King of the Ring, he's done and he'll be facing Karrion Kross. Would love for Kross to come on and confirm.
Yeah, it's not happening. I mean, what is he going to come on and confirm a storyline? Let's just see how it all plays out. Shout out to Bill Goldberg, as we said. Shout out to Liv Morgan. Appears to have suffered a gnarly shoulder injury yesterday. So we hate to see that. A lot of, I've been seeing some people say, oh, the Cena turn. It feels forced. It feels like he's acting. Who said that first, huh? Who said that first? Who was the first one that said it? What else, Frankie? What else?
And lastly, Jonah Friedman says, I was worried it wasn't going to happen again, but with Iron Turtle on, you've secured it. Congrats on number 16.
Oh,
Ariel.
wow.
Clap emoji. Love it.
I did it in June. I secured it in June. Just because, did you guys enjoy Iron Turtle?
Absolutely.
Iron Turtle.
Fucking drinking, you know?
Yeah, that's great.
Legend.
What a guy. Is he a favorite going into his fight? I wonder.
He is. Minus 180 right now.
Oh, wow.
JunYong Park.
What about Oban? Is he a favorite?
Massive. Minus 500.
Minus 500. Golly. Oban cracks me up. His Twitter is great. Or his X, as the kids like to say. All right, gents. Thank you very much to all the super chat. Wow. Quick on the draw.
Oh, the 336 are done.
Yeah, I was just... tomorrow on the nose, arielhelwani.substack.com is the place to be to send in your questions. The post is up right now. The title of the post, by the way, GC, let's see if you can get it. All my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait. Who said it?
George Strait.
No.
Yeah, George Strait.
Well, it's referencing George Strait, but like...
He was referencing himself. I don't know who said it.
Drizzy.
Nice.
All my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait. And went to Georgia State.
You ever date anyone from Texas?
HYFR? No.
That's the one you went with.
That's the one I went with.
HYFR.
Do you know why?
Why?
Have you ever seen the music video?
I'm sure I have it.
It's one of the all-time great music videos where he gets re-bar mitzvahed. And DJ Khaled is there and Lil Wayne is there. It felt apropos. There's always in case you're wondering, there's always a reason.
I love it.
The picture is always in reference to the next big event. This time it's Baku.
Are you high right now?
You ever get nervous? Are you single? I heard you. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking right. That was a great era for Drake, right?
Are you kidding me?
All
it's
time.
Like 09 to 2016 was unstoppable.
Banger after banger. Kendrick wishes. Kendrick could never touch that era. Thank you very much to all our guests. Phil Rowe, Iron Turtle, Julianna Peña, Andrei Arlovski, Thug Rose Namajunas, The Zone Show at 5. Back tomorrow, same time, place, same peace.